Genius. Lustful. Podavo. Dovaburo. Fuck this language.
Oh, Jesus.
Chuck.
Kill it and bring it back. No one's in the room.
Chuck.
Lots of consonants, boys. Lots of consonants.
4 seconds into the show.
Young room.
And the bots are already in there?
And he said duck. No, he said duck.
He said duck.
I heard
said
duck.
no,
I think
that
the-
sounded like
I
duck.
think the algorithm heard duck as well.
Yeah, I think that's what that algorithm can
That's
do.
not what I said.
It's duck itself.
No, go ahead. What'd you say?
No, I would never swear.
I'm gonna come.
Let's hear that in instant replay.
Oh, DJ, what's
Pop
going on?
open the
Tim Connor's up in
YouTubes.
this baby. Popping this chat out right quick. That's not all I'm popping out.
I think that's what that.
What the hell was that?
That was my computer.
Young room.
There you go.
There we go.
Good.
Going headphoneless.
What's this
What
guy
is
doing?
this, some sort of program here?
What is this, velvet?
This is beautiful. Taste the soup.
Everything sound good?
Yeah, where's my chat up on
think
the
so.
screen?
The person we bring here to do it each week is a little preoccupied.
What are you, posting on MySpace or something? Let's get this thing
Yeah.
going.
No, what the fuck is that?
He's got Pokemons on his arms.
Angles. Streaming.
Your ankles?
We need those tips.
Yeah, streaming tips. What
Oh,
can we
Big
do?
Ian in the room. What's up?
How to start.
Oh, I forgot
Jimmy.
to tell Terry I was going to be on today.
Oh, Fat Terry jumps
Oh,
Text him.
I know.
Terry's the best.
in. I like that one where they hit the brakes like it saw a cop. Yeah, it got brisk.
I love it, dude.
Oh.
It's so nice out there.
I was a big fan of the
Yeah.
78 degrees.
I
in
came
November.
I came back from Las Vegas to sweat my balls off
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
in the Northeast.
Yeah. Corey, you're done with this number, right? You're good?
Yeah, everything's all set. Thank you.
Oh, Big Ian's Happy Shooks here.
Yes, he is. So excited.
Real appreciative over there, you know?
Let's
Ian-
go.
Ian comes here every Wednesday and Hope Shook's here.
Yep. Chuck, we got a lot to talk about. Right?
Yeah, we're going to have a little paddock talk segment.
We're going
Paddock
paddock talk?
Yeah. Sam Joey. Hello.
What up, what up?
We're pre-showing.
Young room. Young room.
Rocks.
Here we go. I gotta check in on young Ben.
Just gonna hit that.
Haven't
button.
What was
seen
the
it.
update recently?
The update recently?
What did he message you and ask? He could.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'll say this on
Should
the
we
pre-show.
save that? Oh, okay.
On the pre-show, he
I think
messaged
that's
me.
best here.
It's Halloween. I'm at my brother's house. Ben sends me a text message. I'm gonna read it. Actually, this
Yeah.
is like
It's good to get it verbatim.
yeah. Let me get it verbatim. I don't want to misquote the guy. Let's see.
Not a man of many words. We want to make sure you use them correctly.
Okay. So the last message I had from young Ben was asking if I have a discount on FCP, and that was sent on August 11th. I just wrote, sadly, no. The only person I know with a discount on FCP is Scotto. Then he sends me a text message, October 31st. I haven't seen him since. And it says, can I shoot in your yard with my friend? Just got a new gun. He wants to shoot, and I can't do it on my dad's because of the house behind me. And I responded, less than 1 minute later, hell to the no. And I wrote, Halloween's a bad call. I forgot it was Halloween. Like, he wants to shoot in my front yard. Then I ask what kind of gun, thinking it's like some accurate thing. 12-gauge shotgun.
Oh, my
Wow.
goodness.
He just
I
wants
got a
Jesus.
sawed off. You want to try
Yeah.
it with
some
me?
Yeah.
blow off shotgun rounds in my front yard near
Yeah.
the street during Halloween.
I got this pumpkin. Can we shoot it?
I mean, if it's birdshot, where's it gonna go? But at the same time,
But it's young Ben on my property shooting guns.
Yeah.
yeah,
With-
all that.
I mean,
part-
Dick
the
Cheney this
angle
thing.
there is,
All that
hey,
part is
Chuck, I got a new gun. You want to shoot it with me?
Right. In which case I'd say no.
yeah, I'd be terrified.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand,
I'm
I
not a gun guy. I'm afraid of those things.
only
Yeah.
the firmest of trigger finger discipline.
I'm gonna.
Do not
Okay.
There we go.
Just wanted to make
Do
sure.
you know who all those sound bites are?
I
Because
do
one
now.
of them,
Yeah.
one of them is, I think, Wendy the Slow Adult from Howard Stern.
No.
No, it's not.
Mm-mm.
Shoot it.
You want a little taste?
Hit him.
do not come.
No, not that one.
I'm gonna come.
Oh,
I'm gonna give you the whole load.
I know
today.
that guy.
And then,
Was that
in the level car say yeah?
no? Like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, one of them I swear was
Wait, I can't
Wendy
hear him.
from-
Can
No.
let me hear.
All right, hold on.
you want to?
William shook a headphone.
Okay, we're gonna do it all
I
again.
love that you can't afford a set of headphones for sure.
There's only 4 outputs.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna give you the whole load today.
It's called an instant replay machine. That's what the radio shows use.
Yeah, yeah.
Fred from
We,
Howard Stern show and
I have an
Rocks.
idea of how to hook up. Well, I can do it easily, but there's no control individually
Just
unless
hook
I
up
buy
a-
like 3 things.
Get an iPad. Put iMachine 2 on it.
Yeah, could do that.
yeah, the technology is probably way better than a instant replay machine from
Yeah.
the 1990s and Howard Stern.
They
don't know.
still
Those are the days.
do their thing. Yeah, it
Those
works.
were the days. What's happening?
Live with the boys of winter.
Paul McGrath.
Think,
There he is.
What'd you call him?
McGraw.
McGraw. Paul McGraw.
You
Paul
idiot.
McGrath, like that. He's the lead singer
McGraw.
of the lead singer of Sugar Ray, I believe, his brother. Also
Jeremy.
McGrath.
Jeremy McGraw.
Jeremy McGrath.
Yeah.
God, do you remember Sugar Ray? What a band.
Every morning.
Every morning. Dude, that album had a hidden track at the very end of it.
Oh yeah. What was it?
You know how I know you're gay?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Sugar Ray.
I don't know. It wasn't mine. I don't know where the fuck.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It
It
wasn't
was-
yours.
was
Mom, that's not mine. Mom.
I honestly don't even know where I heard it. I just remember that it was on.
Yeah.
For mad long. And then it came on and it was like super spooky. And then they played like metal for like 30 seconds on a fucking acoustic guitar.
Really?
oh yeah. Well, I still have that U2 song on my phone somehow
On your
from
Apple
back
phone?
in the day.
Yeah, free. You're not letting get away with that. My kids are all about System of a Down right now.
Are they?
Some of it
Really?
down is
Solid.
the best.
Yeah,
Solid.
Hit really hard.
Yeah.
I
They're
used to-
crashing the Power Wheels into one another
Yeah,
in the
dude,
driveway.
just
to System of a Down.
Yeah, they love it.
There's something
Prison
about
Song's one of the favorites right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
prison song.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're gonna build
Yeah,
a
it's
prison.
the-
They're gonna build a prison for me and you to live in.
yeah. I like the one about the horse galloping over the bay or something. Something in the horse, something in the eyes of a jack pilot or jet pilot.
Oh, Jet Pilot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very tight.
the lyrics are fucking bizarre.
Those guys are pretty tight. Not gonna lie. Pretty
Bounce
tight.
is my favorite song on that album, though.
Yeah,
It's a
Bounce.
good-
Bounce
good
pretty good. Yeah, whole thing's pretty good. Been listening to it on the way to their religious school, so that's good.
one. Perfect. It really balances it out.
Someone's gonna do it the right way.
Little yin and a little
kids
yang.
also
Being flat,
cry
what's
when
up?
angels
Paganism
deserve to
school?
die.
Exactly. What's up?
Paganism
They
school?
go to paganism school.
Sweet.
Deep paganism.
Yeah.
Sacrifice
Goats.
Odin,
Goats.
the gods.
Deer Dance. There it is. Ian W. Rex coming in. The name of your favorite song.
Deer dance.
I think it's Deer Dance. That's what he says. Deer Dance.
You're gonna listen to that on the way home.
What the fuck is deer dance?
That's probably the song you're talking about.
Yeah, what you're talking about with Sugar Hill, Sugar Ray.
The Sugar Hill Gang.
Instead of hip,
Hill Gang.
hop,
Is
hip,
that the
hip,
name
hip,
of
hip,
the
hip,
song
hop,
that had
you
the
don't
hidden
stop.
thing in it? No way.
don't
No,
know.
he's not talking about Sugar Ray. I'll tell you that one's right the fuck now. He's talking about the System of a Down song you said you like.
Oh, the
The one about the deers
the-
dancing.
the horse going over the bay.
Moving on.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's
I'm
what he's
gonna
talking about.
come.
Are you sure?
That's just my new
I
favorite
think it's
button.
called Jet Pilot.
Jet Pilot's a badass song.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
About as
everybody's
as
ready.
I'll ever be.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Hu
Hey, Josh.
and Corey.si.
Hello, hello.
We have the biggest Buck Cherry fan in the world, Shook TD, over there hanging out on the keys.
I don't even know who Buck Cherry is.
Sure. That's what all their fans say.
Yeah, I bet.
Is that like a Buzz Ballad guy?
Don't pretend
I
like
can't
you
give
don't
you
know.
an explanation.
Okay.
Also in the big chair this week, we have our friend, Mr. Scott Norton.
Holla at your boy.
Fresh off an F1 season, as well as the SEMA show.
F1 is not over yet.
Oh, it's not done?
Hello.
Oh, wait, what just ended? The
McFly.
NASCAR season just ended. That's what it was. Same
Yeah.
thing. They go around.
I only pay attention to NASCAR when they turn right.
It's like twice a year.
Well, I think like 4.
Is it that many?
Yeah.
I tried to pay attention.
It
I
was
just
it was
can't.
interesting when he used the video game tactic too.
That
Oh,
was
you talked
crazy.
about
That was that was the
was
best
great.
part.
Yeah.
Highlight of the year. Yeah.
Yep.
My highlight of the
A
decade.
little more up in the
You need some
H phones.
some
Yeah.
of
Give him
the,
some heat, Josh.
Some little light was sitting here before.
1, 2. Is
There
that
it
you?
is. Yeah. Oh, that's really nice.
Okay.
Ooh,
I
I think mine went up
saucy.
too. Are we connected somehow?
I hope so. We're connected on a different level.
Yes, definitely.
He is fresh off a SEMA trip. He is going to give us a bit of a recap of what went down there.
Oh yeah.
Booger welds, no drive shafts,
Bluetooth wiring.
Bluetooth everything.
Saw a lot of Bluetooth coolant hoses going on.
I did see some sick fucking shit too.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Sorry to swear so much, Mom.
No,
But
that's all
holy
right.
crap.
There's a lot of good on top of the little.
Should you turn the AC on? It's a little warm in here.
Not to, right. We were also.
I didn't know. I would have worn my Ferrari jacket. And, you know, we could have had Ferrari side of the table over here.
We're also joined by
What Ferrari jacket?
Mr. Puffy Coat.
I know. It's just something I had to line around.
Just for the record, I looked up Buck
what's-
Cherry, and now I'm offended.
Oh. Corey, what's the name of the boss of Ferrari? Shoot. What's his name?
Got the glasses?
The
Yeah,
glasses
yeah.
guy, yeah,
I forget.
and the twisty hair.
Yes. Tell me, come on. It's not that far off over there.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Let's see. Glasses guy from Ferrari.
Apparently, someone left this at a ski resort after they got injured, so it's pretty nice.
That's blood or it's Ferrari? The
The
silver on the shoulders is
Yeah,
a
I
nice
use that
touch.
second
Team
guy,
jacket.
right?
It's a team jacket.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
It's not popping up fast
Oh,
enough.
my
Is he that second
God.
picture?
Yeah, it's him, but I'm looking for
Lorenzo Fucilio.
No.
no, Mattia. Yeah,
Matteo.
it's a
yeah.
team principal, Matteo Benito.
Yeah,
Matteo
but
Benito.
that's you.
Abatio Benito.
Oh, I've already lost it by hanging out with the Italians.
Renato?
That's a white
Renato. Oh,
Dude, the
boy.
Italians are the best.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You have any good stories?
Yeah, I went to
I'd
SEMA
imagine?
with a British guy and an Italian guy.
Oh, I like that. You know what? I might get some of those Ringo Starr glasses. Get this going. Well, just send me the merch.
Yeah, it's perfect.
This just came.
You need that jacket.
Yeah. This came with a little something. It's got a cell phone pocket.
Wow.
Some fly land on me or something? Dude, this is the thickness. I had to ship this.
Wait,
This is
wait.
the thing I got to period correct.
Are you down with the thickness?
Yeah, I'm down with thickness. Gualami. And I had to ship this back from LA because it wouldn't fit in my suitcase.
For real?
Yeah. I shipped this back because I had a little
I'd like to carry on my.
How much did it weigh in total?
I think it weighs a pound.
Okay, yeah. It's just
So
A lot of
big and
geese. A
full
lot
of
of geese
air.
went down for this.
I was saving this more towards the end, but Tim Connor's there, the fettuccine Alfredo,
Yeah.
chicken parmesan.
yeah.
That shit don't even exist in Italy.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's just
So-
Americanized. I'm
right.
sure. Just like
So the,
does General
the-
Tso exist in wherever?
You're probably right.
Yeah.
But my mind was blown
It's
on
American-
Thursday night by Renato, and he's going, "There's no chicken parm." I go, "What?
You didn't know that?
Chicken parm? No, I don't
Of
know.
course I didn't know that.
shit."
He's fucking cheese calzones over here.
Yeah, like I said it before in here. I eat like an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
The death rate of 8-year-olds is very low.
Yeah. I mean, you did have a pepperoni and cheese calzone today, which is
Did
it's a step
There's a
up.
lot of great food in Italy, just none of it's chicken parmesan.
this is true.
Which sucks, but chicken parmesan's the best Italian
We
food.
talked about like Italian pizza versus American pizza, and he was just ragging on American pizza. Oh, that one slice you're going to explode. It's so.
Oh, he didn't know who he was
fulfilling."
getting an argument with, though.
Correct. Well, I was like, he's like, oh, way too much cheese, and I'm just putting my head down, like, never enough cheese.
From the pizza capital of
I
America.
was just gonna say, yeah, pizza state.
Correct.
So on this week's episode, we're going to talk to Scott. We'll also obviously cover some automotive news and events, some that we had here, some that we did just today. But before we get rolling, this episode is brought to you by all of you who subscribe to our B4B system. What is the B for B?
Bucks for the boys.
Well, that is Bucks for the boys. And we had a B for B Weena, who I have some of the, or all of his stuff now gathered outside in our little warehouse over there, and we are going to ship that this week. Matter of fact, I might do it tomorrow.
Wow.
So it's going to go to him. Again, big shouts to Chris Hammond.
Has he made contact? Does he know he's the big winner?
Oh, he was super. He was
reached
stoked.
out?
So-
Yeah, literally the
pumped?
next day, he was
Awesome.
just like, I was listening to this, and I literally shouted.
That's all.
Yeah,
okay.
so he was very, very
He
excited.
didn't like
so.
send a text like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I don't want that shit.
Yeah, no, I didn't. By no means do we have to chase him down or
What the fuck
anything
am I
like
supposed
that.
to do with a skateboard?
No, he was very excited. So all that stuff's going to head his way. If you're interested in B4B, stick around. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. And again, you can have your opportunity to potentially win something if you do subscribe to that. So
What do we think our next drawing is?
first week of December.
So the 7th.
Yep.
December 7th.
Gonna be a big one.
It's gonna be a
Join
big
up.
one.
Let's get going.
Huge.
December 7th.
Get on the list.
Yep. So with that said,
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
right into the old callbacks.
Quick callback we just went over.
Mm-hmm.
I talked about this one on my California trip for the listeners. There's something in LA that was so big I had to ship back, and it happens to be a vintage Ferrari winter parka, Ferrari Tommy Hilfiger collaboration, of which Corey says I look like a bell wearing.
No. You gotta zip it.
Yeah.
You gotta zip it. Yeah. You get the
This
little
is not
leg.
great for our listeners.
You
But
get the little legs poking out the bottom.
Right.
People at home listening,
the
I
Notre
can tell
Dame,
you,
right?
it's sexy AF. Oh boy.
Yeah.
like
you
you
look
need
like
to
two Chucks.
Yeah.
like you need to stand on top of a church.
Like what size is it actually?
XL. This but 90s XL.
Only regular XL?
Regular XL.
Okay.
This is how it was back
that's
then.
big
and
That's
tall
how men
XL.
were built to be built.
Okay.
We were there was a question I just had about
Right.
it. I can't remember.
This thing, I'm definitely wearing it to the hill this year. So if you see me out there, you know, holler at your boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be
Where's Chuck? Oh, there he is.
There he is.
8 miles away.
That's him deep in the forest.
That's what I was going to ask. Is that a new stock or is that old stock they had laying around?
This is new old stock, buddy.
It's-
This is a
okay.
big. This is a big money item. If you-
Okay.
But
If you hadn't noticed by the shine,
Yeah.
I'm such a nerd though that I know that Ferrari and Puma have been together for like 15 plus years.
Yeah.
So is that like that's pre-Puma?
this is pre-Puma. This is a
Because Hilfiger, I think, is
You-
Mercedes.
You might notice by the collar that it's a Hilfiger.
I
joint.
can see that.
I
Yeah.
can see the patch too.
Yeah. Is this when Hilfiger himself owned an Enzo? I believe.
Probably.
Right. He owned a red Enzo.
He's actually a big car guy. Hilfiger.
Yeah. Go figure.
Huge.
Same.
Huge car guy.
I don't know why, but when I was a kid, I had the same doctor as his kids, so my doctor knew him. And he had like all sorts of crazy ass cars.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
He still does.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of really wild old shit now.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the Hilfiger collab. I believe these are the Schumacher years. I believe when it was with Hilfiger, which is
Could be.
Would some call that the best Ferrari years?
Every year is the best Ferrari year. Except
there
for
we
this
go.
one.
Let's
Except
go.
for you blew it.
I was gonna say,
Repeatedly.
didn't they start off really strong?
Yes, and then
Oh,
they
dude,
blew
they came
it.
out like gangbusters.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. It didn't turn out too good.
The Tifosi were stoked at first.
Yeah.
Then,
That was it. That's all she wrote.
Paisans, man, all getting getting
all,
torn up out
all
there.
too excited. Let's see. What else do we have for callbacks? I have a quick one here. Big shouts to everybody out there who comes to our donut meets. We had the last donut meet of 2022 just this past weekend. Filled the lot once again, and we are already really, really excited and looking forward to next year.
What a meet.
What a meet. Biggest meet.
Great
so
meet.
much meat.
I'm gonna come.
It was unbelievable.
Next year you can definitely come.
Had all the crews show up.
Yep.
You know, a lot
Yep.
of people we love seeing
Yeah.
came out, get a big group shot that I left for, which wasn't smart. But I'm working on having somebody Photoshop me in this jacket.
There you go.
In the coat. Because
Perfecto.
it was 75 degrees out. It makes perfect sense.
I was planning on wearing it, but
But yeah, no, it this year in particular, we kind of stepped out of our comfort zone a little bit, if you will, and put the dates out way ahead of time. We were afraid of the turnout we were going to get, for obvious reasons. But each time, every single time, everybody was well behaved. A lot was full. It gave us an opportunity to sell a bunch of coffee. We're completely sold out of Cold Start now, and it just took 3 donut meets. And I think 1 actual show staggered to go to and sell all those. So it's super, super cool. I'm super excited. More coffee, more things like that next year. So we are going to, as soon as I get some time to pick the dates. They'll be pretty obvious. I think we're going to kind of keep that same schedule as the best we can for next year, but we will be releasing that donut meet schedule for next year pretty soon. So
See my man Josh Rivera in the chat, man. Good talking with you.
yeah, big
Good
shouts,
seeing
big
some
shouts.
people bullshitting around, man. Ton of fun. Oh, E30 Paul tuning in for the first time. Love to see that. Yeah, it was just a great meet, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, good seeing everybody.
Yep.
And let's talk about that Toyota Starlet that showed up.
Amazing.
What the fuck happened
With the
there? That
beams
thing was
motor. Yeah,
out of control.
so good. I have a
Cleanest
bunch
car
of
I ever
footage
seen.
I want to post up.
Guy came here, disappeared into the ether.
I didn't see who actually owned it, right?
Then teleported back, and I was
Yeah.
like, all right, that's unbelievable. I got to catch up with that guy.
Yeah, I don't. Did anyone know who it was?
I didn't even put a person to the
Friend of
car.
Somebody or it was
Unbelievable.
unbelievable, car.
Unbelievable car. It was like a factory new Starlet hatch with a beams motor in it, and it was done so well.
Mm-hmm.
With a what
Great
motor?
color.
Beams.
Beams.
Beams. Okay.
It's like a IS motor in Japan, an Altezza motor.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it was ridiculous to see, and I was kind of hanging out, hoping he would show up, and then he didn't. I was like, all right, let's say he's gonna play hard to get.
Then he did.
Yeah,
I think that just explains the whole vibe overall.
the vibe just hard to get.
Like there was a couple people over this year who said like, "Oh, I love going to your donut meets because it's not like people are standing by their cars waiting to talk. It's just the cars are parked over here. Come hang out and talk to everybody, the people."
The
So I
computer
didn't get
shut
to
off
go
again?
to.
No, it's good. It's finally good.
I didn't get to go to the last one, but I went to the Proclamation Brewery one.
Yeah.
Drove all the way up for that
Great
one.
one.
And you know what? You know what? I realized it was totally awesome because when we left, I looked at my phone and I only took one picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Didn't
take any
a
pictures.
Single
It's crazy.
picture. All I did was chitty chat, chat, chat.
Yep.
You guys had a family photo there.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
there
a really good
yeah,
shot.
that was
actually.
revival
Family photo.
specific family photo. I have that one. Matter of fact, I posted that one too at the same time.
I gotta
Okay.
throw me in
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one with this jacket on too.
Yeah.
Second Chuck.
Also, I've just given up on taking photos at any of the stuff that we do because we have like such a strong crew of photographers that come.
Right.
That
True.
any trash
Demoralizing.
that I take a photo of. They've definitely
Tim Connor said this to me and asked me to bring it
yeah.
up for you.
Hey, Mark.
Definitely got some work vibes.
Yeah.
strong work vibe.
You know what,
It's really.
Mindy?
Yeah.
Had
Mindy could get it.
Yeah, Mindy could definitely get it.
a good fastball, if you're saying. Is that
Yeah,
what it is?
yeah, he's got a great
Yeah,
fastball.
great
Yeah.
fastball.
Yeah, some more shots of Mindy up on the screen. Get hot in here, boy.
Where's Mindy at? Where's Mindy at now?
No.
Oh God, I don't know. What
I don't need to know about Mindy right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's fine. Exactly the
R.I.P.
same.
Potentially, I don't know.
Oh
Right where
wow.
she got
Maybe,
left.
who knows?
Wish
What's
her
that?
Death on Mindy.
Right where she was left. That's where she is.
Oh, okay, yeah, just leave it there.
I say Mork's outie.
Yeah, works out.
He is,
Fucking
unfortunately.
shame, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. That's one of the worst. Let's keep this moving.
I got one
Yes, please.
that was sent in to me.
Mhm.
It says, here's a callback for today. The three of you trying to figure out, in capital letters, why I'm owed a gift basket. And then when you can't figure it out, ask, let Shook tell you. And that's from Jingles. I don't remember. So I replied to him.
What do you mean he won?
won
He
what?
won a gift basket.
Won what?
Yeah, I don't remember you guys
What
giving
was
away
the
gift
contest?
baskets.
Yeah. No,
ever.
we had some type of drawing and he won.
I don't remember that
It was
at
for
all.
the best review.
Wow, Chuck. That's
The best review on
I don't remember. I said
the best
you-
review on
Yeah,
iTunes
I
is
think,
Jingles.
I think it is something.
and it's
like that.
unbeatable. And we said whoever gives best review, we give him a gift
Oh, that's
basket.
yeah. I know it's in the mail.
I would
It's
argue
on
the
the
one that
way.
was in full Russian was better.
I don't know, dude. His was written like
I'd argue the
I
one
can't
that was
even-
in full Russian was better because immediately the week after we then were
It
in
was
the top
better- it
20
was
of the
better-
Russian podcast.
it was better for us. Maybe,
Yeah.
probably not on a national level.
No, we're definitely
but
flagged.
Jingles is just a talented writer.
I thought he's a very talented writer. I thought it was out of the kindness of his own heart. Turns out that's not the case.
Jingles?
Yeah.
Right, he did it to. He was in it to win it.
Yeah.
but
Remember,
and he won. But,
But
he didn't
remember,
get
he
it.
wrote the best one, and
Yeah.
then he wrote the other one under a pen name.
Yeah.
Right.
And won again.
double
You guys don't remember
dipping.
this is like 4 or 5 years ago. No, I don't know.
I can't remember.
Let's see.
I don't remember.
Anyway, I think we're beyond the statute of limitations.
Yeah, his gift back.
The post office has definitely considered it a lost cause.
Yeah,
at
it's
this
going.
point.
Yeah, even though I didn't take up the extra.
I remember we're supposed to have a
insurance.
summer sausage.
Let's see. Reviews.
I remember speaking about the gift basket multiple times.
248. Let's see.
Let's look at the beginning.
Yeah, you gotta, I'm gonna
He was
break
like
it down.
somebody's friend, one of our regular listeners' friends.
Right.
back then. we
had
had no idea who he was.
What's his name? Fuck, I'm terrible.
Kyle?
No. The man, the Moose Tamer.
Oh,
Verge.
Verge. Virginia Slims. That's
Did
why.
Virginia Slims put him onto it? Probably. Verge is the best.
yeah,
looking good, man. Verge looking good out there.
Big shouts to him.
Love that guy.
I think him and Jingles. I think that's how. I think that.
Do you find it, Corey? It's like the funnest
way.
review.
It won't let me open a
Because
review
remember,
right
he
now.
wrote it as a pen name, and it was like a fake Jingles a Clown name.
You know, we also used to have too. I don't know. Did we ever find out who the Ling Long guy was?
I think it was Jingles as well.
Okay, that's I can't remember.
He gave us podcasts and podcasts worth of content.
Right, for like the first 6 months, he just really
He
came
carried
out
the team.
with that whole interaction thing.
Ling Long is big in Vegas.
For
Huge.
some reason, it
Yeah.
won't let me open the review.
Ling Long
so-
luggage area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Holding down Carousel 24.
The Ling Long time.
big shouts to Ling Long.
Didn't they? What was it? Last year, it was like the Uber pickup section they sponsored.
When I was, no, that was.
I remember seeing someone sent it to us at like.
It was at the taxi. When I was there, it was the taxi pickup. Taxi.
I saw
Depot.
lots of other places too. And it just, I had no idea they were that huge.
Yeah, they
Big.
take up a lot of space in that hall.
Huge.
They do.
Yeah.
Tire Hall is hilarious.
So good. Let's see. What else do we have for callback? Shook. Actually, Corey, is there something you want to ask him?
Chuck, what do we got going on with the build, my friend?
Nothing.
No, you literally told me something this weekend
Oh, yeah.
that you did.
You're right. Okay.
Wow. Really
Expand on
fucking
it.
T-ball over here.
I drove to the shop.
Wow.
I screwed in a fitting to my handbrake.
Mm-hmm.
It fit.
There we go.
Success. I left.
I thought you run a handbrake. I didn't know you did.
I don't. But
Okay.
I finally ordered the fit. So the whole reason why I'm doing the handbrake next is because when the car comes off the trailer for paint, there's actually no way to stop it. So handbrake would be good to have.
Hydraulic handbrake?
Yeah. It's got its own master.
Yeah. What-
So,
Just jamming in gear.
yeah, that'll work.
I'll
What brand did you go with?
ASD.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I bought it.
Affordable and ready to go.
They're expensive.
Yeah, they are. I mean, you can go as crazy as
I think
Little
this one's
paddock
like,
talk over here from the Drift
like
Boys.
Yeah.
$260 or something like that.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yep.
Ponies up, sickness down.
Wow, I didn't know where you going with that.
I love that.
Good call. Good call. What else? Anything? Nothing. What are you doing this weekend?
Let's see. Hold on, I've got
Oh, no, I
Jimbo's
meant-
very first review.
Okay.
Yep.
Just while I've been digging through it, which I don't remember this at all. But it says Josh, Chuck, and Corey. There we go. You boys have truly created something that I not only love to listen to, but I have started basing my life around.
Whoa.
Not only have I spent countless hours in my wife's full-length mirror perfecting my car show stance, but I have removed all clothing from my closet that has button zippers, snaps, or rivets. I don't own a belt anymore. My wardrobe consists solely of sweatpants, banded bottoms, obviously, and pullover crew neck sweatshirts. My wife looks at me like I'm crazy. Listen, lady, I say to her, you wouldn't get it. I've even taken to the neighborhood driving ever so slowly in my convertible, similar to our early 2000s Paul Wall video, in search of my own lost young Ben, an angsty teenage car quote unquote enthusiast that's calling out for help without even knowing he needs it. The looks I get when I slide into Main Street with a full pull hydro brake yank. Wow, that was actually a pretty good lineup. You guys talking about that?
Good timing.
Turns enough heads. But when I finished that move off by hopping out over the door like Bo Duke rocking a pair of heather gray sweats and a matching crop top, trying to chat it up with the boy child standing near his parents' Jetta, well, let's just say I have been asked to leave a few different venues. But alas, I will find my own young bed, and we will ride into the sunset with the top down as I tell him stories of the H2OI's past, explain what VW Vortex was, and how I long for it to be itself again. Let him know vaping is not cool, why YouTube influencers are a sham, car raffles are rigged, and that a cup kit is in fact not the same thing as a set of coilovers. Anyways, I digress. All this to say that while I disagree firmly with Chuck's stance on Chinese tires, I find myself relating to almost every topic discussed. I long for Wednesdays and the newest episode to drop, and I leave you with one parting thought, and it is this: 2 episodes a week, please. I'm begging. Hashtag what I'm into. I don't remember this review at all.
Yeah.
Really?
Not even.
I mean, there
isn't
isn't a character limit for leaving a review?
No.
No,
It was one
no.
of
You
our
could write
earliest
a book?
reviews,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah,
way
it
down
really
there.
Wow.
was, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the longest that was on that page. But yeah, I don't remember this at all.
You know the best part? He's got a little guy now. He can share
Hashtag
all that
one
He's
I'm
got
stuff.
his own
into.
young
He's got
gun.
his own little guy. Yep.
That drove him to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember hashtag what I'm into? The old what I'm into.
I remember what I'm into. Yep.
I can't even express how much better his young Ben is than ours.
Yeah, way better.
Well behaved.
Yeah.
I missed the "What are you into" segment.
Shook, what are you into?
Yeah, what are you into? Josh, how's your build?
We can add that. It's good.
Josh's build.
Coming
You know
along.
what?
I received my Pinard bar.
Nice.
Pinard.
Wow.
What happened?
You guys started doing it last week, and I want to take over the show right now. Do you mind,
Take it
Josh?
over, dude.
No, that's fine.
Okay. You guys were getting into projects.
This
and
is going to be.
and it started. You guys were kind of doing it, and it piqued my interest. We're gonna go round robin here, and it's always a joke. Shook, what's your project status? But also, donor meets are over, shows are pretty much over. What are we doing this winter? All right, it's winter time. Shook, your project E30. We're gonna go round robin. What are the goals this winter? What are we getting done?
It's an
Let's go.
E36.
Me and Tobias, we're guys who get stuff done.
E36.
I want to know what you're getting done. And when you don't get it done, I'm calling your ass out. Hurry up.
I don't fucking know. If the
Do I need
car-
to come back to you?
If the car comes back from paint when I can actually work on it this winter, I want it to be ready to drive like when the street sweepers are clearing sand off the street.
When the rain has washed away the sand and salt, you want to drive that bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that's a terribly... I mean, even if it's not 100% done and I'm just buttoning it up, as long as it's running by the first street sweeper pass, we happy.
Okay, moving on. Chuck,
Well,
you
Scott, I'm
have
glad
15
you
projects. Let's start with the Purple Nurple. Where are we at?
You know,
I think we're going to get into it a little
I was
later
going to say
here.
this is the callbacks. We'll get right to it right now. I'm glad you asked. There's been some movement on the Purple Nurple. There's been some acquisitions
Lots of movement.
for the Purple Nurple a while ago.
Mhm.
The Purple Nurple has moved from my garage to Seamus's garage at TCS.
Yep.
And we get some stuff going on with it. I don't want to get too deep into it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to
Okay.
keep it sacred, but it should be good. It's going to be good in the spring. Very excited for it. And you know me, in the winter, I don't do any car stuff. I just go snowboarding.
All right, we'll come back to you with one of your other cars. Mr. Corey,
Thank you so much for asking.
where are we
Scott.
at with, let's start with the Polo.
The
Where are we
Polo.
at?
Polo needs new tires.
And where we want to be in the spring.
New tires.
Sold or still here?
No. Now, new set of tires.
Linglongs or?
Long links.
Isn't it kind of whatever you can get because you're tough
no,
on
they're
sizes?
actually now
Some
available.
Federales?
Okay.
Hankook 175/50s R15s.
Those will work.
I
Those-
feel like
those
you
will
said you
definitely-
wanted
That's
to
it.
get rid
That's
of
all-
the Polo for a Fox body. I think you said that.
With the correct amount of money,
All
yes, I
right,
would
this is
definitely
my,
get
I'm
rid of it.
taking over here. Shut up, Chuck. Shut up. All right, moving on to you, Mr. Joshua.
Yep.
I'm going to start with the martini potato out there. What's going on? It's
Nothing.
Just
It's not a trickle charger. Yeah, probably won't see anything on that for a while.
But we're keeping it. We're not moving on.
Yeah. Can't get rid of that one.
Can't get rid of the
Yeah,
potato.
I think it's got too much future potential.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to you now, Shuck. I saw your Civic Si out there. I mean, are you putting new front tires on every bi-weekly? Monthly?
What do
Got
you
some
mean?
mad camber in the front there, dog.
How much camera do you think I have?
Too much.
What do you think I have?
I don't give a shit.
But what do you think it is?
I don't know.
'Cause whatever you think
looks
it
too
is-
stancy boy for me, but look at me, I have gray hair.
Whatever you think it is,
have gray
I'm pretty
hair?
sure it's about a third
All right,
of
so
it.
last episode was you might be just selling it with nothing to replace it with and fucking walking home, correct?
So I did find something to replace it with.
Okay, so now it's for sale?
It's always been for sale.
Everything's
Somebody
for sale.
wants to buy it,
I look,
please buy it.
I live by that motto. Everything's
What's
for sale
what's
for a
the
price.
Yeah,
price?
see?
I found what I thought was a Gen 2 Honda Fit, but apparently
That's
it's
the
a Gen
funniest shit
1.
I've ever seen in
I'm
my
still
life.
debating
It's
this. I think
hilarious.
it's Gen 2. I think he didn't really look at the picture.
You're showing it to fucking Seamus
All right, so
and saying
the
he's
the
wrong.
winter goal would be to get rid of that thing and get yourself in a cute little fit.
Honda, yes. And just
Okay.
pick up groceries.
Back to you,
100%.
Chuck, now. Next
In a bag.
project, let's go with the E30 M3. What are we doing there?
A30 M3, I think.
Does it need anything?
No, it's staying as it is, and it's gonna probably get a standalone next fall.
Instead of that Alpha, what did you have now?
It's got an Alpha N setup in it
yeah,
now.
they're Alpha then. Okay.
But it's gonna I think we're gonna go standalone.
All right, we'll
with
come
it.
back to you. You got 16 cars. Corey, back to you now. Corey, what's going
Back to
on
me.
with the Honda?
The Honda.
The EG, I learned.
EG, look at
I'm
you.
learning.
There he is,
Because
guys.
EF is my favorite. Get it?
Interior
F for favorite.
comforts. Interior
it's the
comforts.
Well, you
are-
posted a picture of looks like a metal dildo of sorts that
It's a
someone
shifter?
sent you. You really wanted to thank them.
I know I wanted to pay them.
Oh, Wow, people are sending you parts without paying?
Yes.
Woo. Must be nice.
Where do I sign up for that shit?
I wanted to pay them, and I
think
lost.
we made it.
I screenshot their name, and then when I switch phones, somehow it disappears. But
When you switched off the flip phone?
my other 7,000 photos are still there. Interior comfort. So rebuild the shifter to something usable. We talked about cleaning the carpet, get the seat repaired, speakers in the doors, that kind of stuff.
Okay. All goals for the
All
spring, right?
goals. Oh, it's very achievable.
All right, Josh, back to you now. I'm thinking the Stanger.
Yep. Well, name-wise,
Does
you
it have
got
a
me
name
so
now?
excited. I think it might have a name.
Ooh, it's got a nickname. Does everyone else hear the nickname? And I don't
Nobody
know.
else heard the
This is
nickname.
Oh,
Sylvester Slide Stang.
Nice. I like it.
Because tires are a disease and that car's the cure.
Oh, I'm a big Sly fan.
I think
Huge
you got to
Sly
workop that a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
it
we're-
might
All right,
not
so
be
I
it.
got to see it for the
Slide
first
Vester,
time.
Stallone.
I got to see it for the first time. I dig it.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, the picture you sent me, it looked like that weird green color. And then I get here, I'm like, it's fucking gray.
Big Mustang guy
But
right
anyways,
I
here.
don't know.
So
That's weird.
So that thing's gonna get. It's gonna get a wrap, like a full fucking livery.
I'm
or what are we
I'm
doing?
toying with that. I'm honestly a little unsure because the one I have currently designed is playing off the existing color. But then at the same time, I thought I'd kind of like to change it to white.
Just do a Metallica like Master
I
of
like
Puppets
white.
library on it.
So I don't know. So that is a TBD.
Okay,
But
but
there
it's
are-
got some Painerd bars.
They got a Panhard sitting out there.
We're getting some wheels on it. Some
Wheels
Brotiforms.
are going to be something. Yeah.
Weld Racing. Brotiform.
No, not quite
Forge
sure.
line?
Yeah, I want to save those for the internet.
Okay.
Oh,
But
wow.
those are kind of going to be in the works, if you will. And then suspension, I'm going to be picking up next Friday.
All right. I know the suspension is secret, but
Yep.
when you say suspension, we talking about crazy
Coilovers.
drift angle?
No, coilovers. And I have my angle that I'm adding is a little bit of rack spacers, and they add about 10 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. Nice and simple. Start with generally pretty stock angle.
Because you're relatively new at Mr. Drifting.
Other than on that computer over there.
I lived
Oh, he's been
48 hours.
All right. Shook. Any other projects you need to know about?
No, I have.
Okay, next. All right, back to you.
I have a
Chuck, you
hilarious
have
project.
15 cars.
I'm glad you asked.
What else? Give me another
You wanna
car.
just give me a car?
This little guy. Still got it? You were
K-Truck's
selling
in the
it?
back. Yeah, it's in the back.
It's
If
away
somebody
for the
wants it, it's
winter?
for sale. Yeah.
Okay. And your in-law has stolen the CRV?
CRV has been stolen by my father-in-law.
Okay. Also, welcome to the Dick Height Wheel Club with your 22s in the back of your new Beamer.
Yeah, Dick High Wheel Club.
Yeah,
Great club
welcome,
to be in.
welcome.
Yeah.
What are the cars? You got like 80 cars.
Yep.
Shit.
I'm just gonna let you guess through
Just
them.
wait till we get to you.
I know. Hold on.
Yeah,
No,
Jesus. Damn.
Clown shoe.
Clown shoe.
Were you actually selling it? You don't want to sell it. I
Why
was
does everybody think
listening.
I'm
Yeah,
selling?
where did that come from?
Yeah, but the way you were saying it on the
I had
podcast,
a bunch
like,
of
was he
people
like
I had a bunch of
using
people ask-
reverse psychosis?
No, I had a bunch of people ask if I would sell
It's
it.
definitely not for sale. Contact me outside of this. You know,
Yeah.
like what were you doing?
No, I'm
Like-
not trying to sell it at all. I'd like to put better suspension in it. I don't like the suspension in it.
Okay.
I've got KWV 1s. I've got KWV 3s in my M3. They ride so much better, and it's almost the same car. I think I'm going to swap them out for something. Seamus was trying to talk me into something nice, so we'll see what happens.
All right, back to you, Corey. How's that 128 daily driver? How's
This
that going?
winter, I would have put 100,000 miles on it during
It
ownership.
doesn't even have 100,000 on it?
No. 100,000 miles under my ownership.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I'd say so.
Right, because you have it's pretty reliable, right? That one time it leave you somewhat stranded, the shifter or something, right?
No.
No,
the
that
starter.
was starter situation.
Starter,
Bad
and then there was that.
situation.
Wasn't there a belt?
Oh my God, the belt! I forgot all about the
thing.
belt.
That
Correct.
was yeah.
But
that
you're
was
also currently looking to upgrade to a creep van with graphics.
Oh, good. Creepy graphics would be really cool. I don't think I
Okay.
need it in my life, but it would definitely be cool.
Kind of do.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
yeah.
And you
yeah.
got the work truck.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it.
just yeah. That's just
Two
as-
projects is
exists.
enough for you.
It's more than enough.
Revival's a hell of a project.
It's never ending.
Like never ending. Why would you want it to end? Shit.
No, I just mean like my days, my minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to you, Chuck, because
Yes,
me
sir.
and you, we got 80 cars each here.
It's true, buddy.
The older BMW, the black one, I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, black one. It's an E28 M5.
Yeah,
That
that's right.
is that's staying dead stock for now. Nothing. It doesn't need anything.
Doesn't need anything?
Thank
We
God.
need something. It's a classic car, I'm sure.
Definitely needs
but-
something, but it runs fine. It's good.
And oil change in
This-
April.
There's a body work plan for that down the line, but I don't need it. They'll always make paint. I'll be fine.
Okay. You don't need to hang quarters on it, nothing like that?
I got quarters for and doors.
Okay.
but
You
I've had
guys
them
just
for
don't
years.
talk about your shit enough and organize enough. That's why I had to bust
that-
out this segment.
And then there's a E24, the M6, which just needs a dash to be fixed. And
Year of the six.
I'll probably give it
Oh,
another
what
year.
color? That silver two-door jobby?
Yeah, it's actually
Okay, yeah.
sapphire.
Oh, sorry. Whoops. I don't know. All
Sapphire on blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was blue before the sun hit it. It was imported to California, and that
Okay.
did away with the blue.
Yeah.
But
All right.
yeah, that's that. I think.
That wraps up that segment. I just
no,
wanted
no,
Well,
to.
no.
Scott.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
you
Scott's
started
card.
off with a bang. Yourself and Tobias, are
We're
getting
gonna start
things
with the
done.
most important. What's up with the Mustang?
Yeah.
The battery ate itself. That's
battery
what
ate
happened.
itself.
Yep. I pull it in and out of the garage a whole bunch to work on other cars. And I always let it run. I always let it get up to temperature. And I would usually pull it back in the garage like a day or so later, plug in the battery tender. Never had a problem. Pulled it in a Sunday night when I was done wrenching out there. And then Tuesday, midday, or when I got out of work, I went over there and the fucker's like 2 volts. I was like, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
Didn't do anything. So did a little battery tender trick. We put a jump pack on it and then the battery tender, and you can trick it to bring it back up. And it's been sitting in the tender, but I haven't messed with it since to see if the battery is still
Toast.
good or toast.
My battery in the Mustang was dying because of some LED taillight bulbs
Really?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that were in there.
that were in there from the previous owner.
Josh's car was just glowing in
My-
the dark.
Yeah.
I mean, I had left the Mustang for like more than a week without a tender and it started up, but I don't leave anything on. I don't know what the F happened, but
Yeah.
Black Gray Mark II Rally.
nothing. I put on some new wheels this year, went to a couple shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
The Red Callaway Mark II.
Untouched, moved it around because of some car stuff had going on. And there's some sort of, sounds like it's supposed to be a bushing, but it's metal on metal. I don't know if it's a good, it's so low. Like, I don't know if it's a control arm bushing or a sway bar bushing, but it's literally clonk, 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 clonk. And it's in the suspension.
White Mark II GTI.
16 valve was broken on the way to Mark II Mayday.
I remember. Okay. Yeah, I
In
remember
September
that.
of last year, I drove that bitch all the way with first to fourth, no reverse or fifth, a 16 valve and fourth, all the
It's
way
like
there.
driving the Honda.
Correct. I don't give a shit. It's only like 2 little bushings, but it has made it onto the 4-post lift in my garage that I could actually work on it.
So that means if it made it on the 4-post lift, the white Mark I with the rubber bands came off.
Correct.
And what's up with that?
It's ready for sale pretty much. Just got it
Yeah?
shot for a magazine.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to be moving on from it. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it's only original ones.
Trying to
What
sell
do I
that disaster.
do? It's a 1.6. It's a 4-speed. It's completely
All it
mint.
says it's way out of my price range.
It's only 17,000 original miles.
Oh
It's the 1 year only 79 with the called an early
what am I
Western
going to do with my
front.
poster now?
I don't know.
I got to have you sign it or something.
Oh, that'd be sick. No.
What 964?
Very funny because I work in lots of cars and everybody's like, "Hey Scott, my car is doing this. Can you fix it?" I don't fucking know what it's doing. I'm not a mechanic. Like I could fix a Mark 1 and a Mark 2. So yeah, I got the 964 up in the lift, and I don't know, it just got owned by the right front corner, getting it apart for hours on end to be like, how the fuck does this come apart? And it uses these little dowel pins for the plastic clips. So whatever, figured it out. So right front is completely rebuilt, coils, strut bearings, pads, rotors, tie rod ends. The other side is going back together. I redid all the wiring into the hood. There was some janky ass battery disconnect for the battery. Just put everything back to stock.
Mm-hmm.
Also, 964 old Porsche. Yo, whatever part you want, you can just fucking get.
Still readily available.
And they're
That's
not all
wild.
super expensive. Like there's this little trim piece on the end of the door and the same one on the other side, but on the end of the dash. And it's this little tiny texture black piece. One just snaps in. The other one has a screw. Yeah, you can just buy that shit.
Yeah.
I was so excited to spend like $100 a dealer for like 8 little tiny parts, you know,
And just
and like
walk
put
out.
them all on. I
They
was
come
like,
the little
that's-
bags.
yes, bonerific. I was like, it made me feel so whole that the car has all these little parts, like putting it back,
My favorite thing with the Honda. You go to the Honda dealerships, you get the parts. They come in the little Honda bags.
and you could still get every part. Like,
A lot of stuff. Yeah.
yeah, I bought this. There's an ABS pump under the frunk, the bonnet, whatever, right by the battery, and it covers. It's a plastic cover that covers the ABS pump, and mine was notched, barely even noticeable, only down the side, because of the janky ass battery disconnect switch, And I was like, I bought it.
Yeah.
And it makes me so happy. No one will ever see it or notice, but
But you know it's there.
I'm so ecstatic that it's there and it's mint.
So Blue Rally.
I don't have a blue one. It's the green one.
Fair enough.
Right. Lots of parts of it are like at 70, 80% done. Big brake kit in the back, big brake kit in the front, just about done. My boy Tobias, he did some painting and coating on the master cylinder section, so I got to replace that. Do some hardline stuff. On the fuel system, same thing. For those who know Mark IIs, Mark IIIs, when you send the fuel line up the fuel rail from underneath the car, there's a little divider wall so that the fuel line pops up right by the firewall. And I want mine to say pop out towards the front of the frame rail. So there's this little tiny divider piece of metal, and it has fucking owned me. I have broken 2 tools trying to wiggle it, grind it out of there, and I cannot, like, because the car is up real high in jack stands, it kind of makes it hard, but like totally owned by the tiniest little piece of metal, which is stopping the last 5% of the fuel system build because it's a difficult situation with the 3.6. Been working on that. The radiator, I made it a complete radiator out of foam.
Yep.
And then I bought elbows, pin mount. I made my own pin mounts, top mounts for it, fan switch, bung, everything fit, drawn on the works, and it's off to a radiator maker to turn said foam into an actual radiator, which is good. Got that going. Yeah.
And
The newest one.
Yeah.
No, there's no need for another project. What do I need this for? Over a year ago, I'm hanging out at Bootsy Gear. I'm talking to Justin who works there. We're talking to Dave. We're hanging outside. We're talking about dick height wheels out in the parking lot.
Dangerous place to be.
Correct. And I think I told him, like, oh, yeah, I had an R32 because they were talking about R32, Mark IV R32. I was like, oh, I just sold it to Sam. Sold to Sam Dobbins, this and that. And, and he's like, oh, I got a friend with a wrecked one. I was like, how wrecked? He's like, oh, that's hitting the front, not too bad. It was like parked when it got wrecked. Someone just backed in there. It was parked, just the front. I was like, what color is it? And he's like, it's black. And I kind of want a black one so I can paint it white, of course. Mm-hmm. So, like a month goes by of harassing, trying to figure out like what's up with this car. I'm literally, I went to a neighborhood in the town where he lived because I know where it was.
Yeah.
And I circled the neighborhood for at least 40 minutes because you'll see the car on the side of the garage. So I'm going down all these streets in this neighborhood.
He's super
Looking
conspicuous.
for looking for an R32, couldn't find it. So almost a year later, now I'm finally like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy one because prices are getting crazy. I'm gonna buy some shit one, whatever, fix it up. So I found one cheap enough in like New Hampshire. Kev's all getting the trailer ready. So I hit up Justin and Bootsy one more time and go, dude, I'm about to buy another one. Last chance on that fucking wrecked black one. I need an answer in like 48 hours. Gets back to me like 12 hours later. He's actually ready to sell it now. I was like, all right, sick. Where is it? This now. Oh, it's over here to check it out. It's on this corner that I drove by for work 50,000 times. And it's just down the hill, like 2 cars down, and I never even saw it. And you could see that it says R32, the badge like hanging out the back. So, yeah, it's a R32 hitting the front. It's been sitting for years. Early COVID, his legally blind aunt who can drive apparently backed into it in the driveway because it was parked. Yeah, exactly. It was
America,
parked
baby.
because manhole cover took out the
Oil pan.
Yep. So, anyways,
Oldest story ever told.
correct. So, but of course, it wasn't just a car. You got to take this other car with it and all these parts, and it was a whole ordeal. Got it all back to my house. Kevin and I are trying to sell off the other car and all the other parts, trying to get to net zero on the R. Of course, started collecting parts, looking for parts, changed the oil on it, did a lot of cranking, no fuel or spark, because it'd been sitting so long, and went to go to start, wouldn't start. There's no gas in it. Put gas in it. That bitch started right up, and 10 seconds in, dum, 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 dum. I was like, motherfucker, shit.
Not gonna ride.
So the motor knocks hard, but I'll fix it. I'll take it apart. I don't care.
Once you get a little compression, it'll even out. It won't hit.
Maybe.
Once you rev her up.
I've just been collecting like the OEM parts for it that not available, whatever.
Yeah, they're
I
hard
got-
to find stuff.
Correct. I got a real plug on VW Audi Porsche parts right now.
Yep.
My
Yeah,
boy Brian. I don't think he listens, but
fine.
Shout out to Brian.
Shouts to him. Yeah.
oh, and then I have a Mark II VR6. Very funny story. Not a funny
actually,
story.
that's right. Okay,
I
that's
have a Mark II VR6, and at work one day,
It's all white.
of course it's white. I don't know why I didn't take my Audi, but I had a truck break down on the road. So me and one of my employees, I'm taking the Mark II VR. Suddenly the idle's like, and now it's like wanting to stall, like crazy vacuum. I'm like, oh, what the hell is going on here? So then now it's not starting. Like no, it's got juice or whatever. So I was like, oh man, the key ignition switch, whatever. In the end, my employee was pushing the car so we could get it pop started to fix this work truck. It was a whole fun afternoon. But anyways, got it home. It was the ignition switch up by the whatever, by the key. It was bad. So then I was like, all right, let me check this vacuum leak. I think it's this EGR. And like I grabbed the first little vacuum nipple and it freaking breaks off the line that goes from the manifold to the brake booster, which is like impossible to get. And now it's sitting broken and I broke it. And so then I like plugged it up figuring, okay, there's no vacuum for it to leak. It should idle fine now. Yeah, no, it's still leak. It's something else is wrong. It could be the ISV because it's OBD1 idle stabilization valve, but it wasn't even what I thought it was that it broke for any reason. So now it's broke.
Sometimes things just get broken.
Yep.
Perfect.
That's quite the rundown.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You got your hands full.
So I went to Vegas for a week. I go back out to the garage to check and stuff. And I'm just walking around and I'm like, God, Scott, you got a lot of projects. You got a lot of projects. And I'm just looking, checking on everything because I've been away for a week. I got to check on all my kids. And as I'm walking back to the house, I was like, I don't give a shit. I love this stuff. This is exactly what I want in life, all this shit. I also have 2 motor projects too. I'm building a 16-valve G60 like the original Volkswagen one using whatever parts I can get to make it be exactly like the VW Motorsport made one.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, years ago, I got this deal and all these parts, and including those parts was basically an Oettinger 16-valve motor, which is before Volkswagen came out with 16-valve, a company named Oettinger came out with it. And I had that, and I started messing around with that, and then I had a bunch of other parts, G60 motors, blowers, superchargers. So I needed some room in the garage also, so I built this rack. And on this rack underneath, you can store transmissions and an engine. Mm-hmm. And then above, it's basically set up to be like a Mark II engine bay. So you sit the K-frame on one part, and the front K-frame or subframe is up on these little extensions, and it sits like normal. So on that rack, I'm building a 16-valve Oettinger 16-valve G60 with the transmission bolted on. I'm going to work on like the cooling package and the intercooler.
So you just do like 1% on everything all the time?
Yeah, like, oh, dude. Oh, no. I'll be.
Toss it around.
Like, I got owned by that piece of metal on the rally in the frame rail or whatever, and I just walk away and I'll start freaking working on the Porsche.
You're like the guy throwing free T-shirts at the basketball game.
Yeah, I have
eventually gonna get one.
Crazy ADD. Like me and Tobias talk about. He's like, I can't even deal with that. It's insane. And I was like, I need it, or else I'd probably go insane. Like, I have to change stuff all the time.
Spread the sanity.
That's the best.
All right, I'm done vomiting out of my mouth.
No, it's good. It's good. It's a good update.
And that is the callback section.
I got way more callbacks, bud.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Bring it.
Yep.
The only car I didn't talk about, X5, which I just bought, treating me right. Treating your boy right.
I congratulated you on joining the Dick Hike Club.
No. Treat me right. Realize how much I miss my old one. It's the best daily driver ever. I need a tow bar, and it also has the loudest remote start ever.
Yeah, that cold start's absurd.
Yeah.
What are some things
it made
you've
my
noticed?
kids cry. Yeah. They were in the garage getting in the car, and I started it up. Yeah, they lost their minds.
Wow.
Now they like yell at me not to start it until they get in the car.
So you have you remote start your car in your garage?
Well, the door's open, but
That's super waspy right there. Oh my god.
That's how it goes. Keep it warm. I'd even turn it off at night.
Wow.
Keep it running.
What are some things about it that you've noticed of a week's ownership?
It does a bunch of stuff I didn't think it did. It fully drives itself in traffic, which is fucking scary.
Yep.
It's a 20. It's not like it's a 15, bro.
Yeah, but as long as you're going under 40, like you don't have to touch the wheel. It just keeps going.
Let God take the wheel.
God takes it, which is great. And then it does all the lane switches with the blinkers and all that crap, which is wild.
Yeah.
What else it has? I mean, it's got a crazy sound system. It's hilariously fast. I don't know. It's just nice. It's cozy.
Yeah.
Nice and cozy.
Nice
One
little
weekend
cozy.
and you are ecstatic about the purchase. Too.
I haven't driven anything else. I was gonna drive. There's been a couple times I was gonna drive an old car, and I was like, nah, I'm just driving the new one.
I
It's that time.
have a question related to this. So it seemed like a kind of like impulse buy, almost like, hey, let me know if you got any of these. And the guy fired you back an email. Yeah, we got this one right here. Like, do you call your wife on the way there to be like, hey, babes, just letting you know?
Oh, I'll tell you how it went down. It wasn't an impulse buy because I was certainly looking for an X5M. And I've been thinking about getting one for quite some time. So I texted him. He said he got one. That was great. I told my wife the day before, hey, I'm in serious negotiations about an X5M.
Okay.
And then...
It almost seemed like, I'm going now. Let me just call the wife real quick on the way.
No. I'm not that smart. I called her driving home after I bought it. And I was
Nice.
like, hey, he made it happen. And
Nice.
she was like, he made it happen. I was like, yeah, it made it happen. She's like, should I be concerned about the financial security of our family? I was like, I don't think so. I think we're fine. But yeah, I should.
Did you try to explain to her, babe, we made so much money in the lease turn in here. We're like,
I'll
blah,
tell you
blah,
what,
blah, blah,
the lease turn-in didn't make any sense to me. That's why it was kind of like, I got to get rid of this fucking thing.
Okay.
But yeah, no, she got it at the end, but it was definitely more of a, I can't believe you fucking bought that thing and didn't tell me about it. I was like, well, I told you about it the night before, right before you fell asleep.
Here's a tip. If you buy enough cars, aka me, the wife is like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever.
No, that hasn't happened.
They're not new cars. They're all shitty old
That
cars.
hasn't
so-
happened. Yeah, she gives less cares about shitty old cars, but she still cares.
Okay.
I'm out of room. I had to buy a lift to put more cars in.
R32 sitting outside right now, bro.
Hate to see that. Hate to see that.
know.
Yeah, so that thing's been treating me right. And then the next morning, I said my kids needed something, so I went to Tractor Supply, and I bought them the Tractor Supply go-kart. Thing rips, dude.
Okay.
Tractor Supply sells a Coleman go-kart. It's like a 200cc gas-powered go-kart.
Hey, you know, you guys
Dude.
are in, I'm sorry, one more question here. You guys are into it more. The Tractor Supply hat and the Bass Pro Shops hat.
Dude, the Tractor Supply, the Bass Pro hat's so popular now.
Okay, but is that like a fashion thing? Did
Now?
something happen? Like,
I remember it being popular like, I don't know, like 12 years ago.
Like
Is it still popular?
all the
I
cool
see
Bass
kids,
Pro.
I
all
see
the cool
Bass Pro
kids,
hats
homies
everywhere.
got the hat. Like, I'm like, what's going on? Like, you're really into bass fishing? What? Never mind.
I see them everywhere. I don't
They're also
get
like
it.
$3, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
super
real cheap. They're
Yeah.
real cheap.
Oh, so I'm put a Supreme
They also
patch
come
in the
in
back.
They come in like a
charge
ton
for
of different colorways too, and like
Supreme
people, like, try
Pro
and collect them
Shop,
all.
and I'm going to charge $1,000 for
Right.
it.
Yeah.
That's actually
Okay, sorry.
a good way
Off
to do it.
topic.
Yep.
Yeah, Tractor Supply got the go-kart. I told my wife the night before, I was like, hey, we're going to get this car. She's like, oh, cool. It's a pain in the ass. And I was like, oh, no, they always keep one assembled at the Tractor Supply. Got there, wasn't assembled. Had to load this giant skid, like the size of the bed of my taco, into the taco, engineer it off the thing. But it's fun, man. The kids love that thing. And apparently there's like staged power kits for it.
Oh, wow.
And then you blow it up and you put the old Predator motor in or the Ghost Racing engine in from Harbor Freight, really upgrade it.
Mm-hmm.
So been messing around with that. A lot of fun. My daughter immediately learned about hitting something with your front axle means your steering rack is going to shift. So she found that out
Please,
hard. And then
you
at the
have,
same
like-
time, my son learned to keep his hands in the vehicle.
Do you have good helmets for your
Oh, yeah,
offspring?
yeah. Yeah, they got helmets.
Not like
Helmets and
$10
goggles.
Walmart ones?
I'll get them new helmets.
Oh, Jesus.
They get some helmets. They got Nerf
Yeah.
bars on this thing. It's got a cage. It's perfect.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Things real
Does it
tight.
have
Don't
a
have
flag on the
goggles on?
back?
It doesn't have a flag.
No,
It has
needs a-
suspension, which is hilarious.
That's wild.
Are they
Don't
looking to
have
jump them
goggles
yet?
on and everything. She
What?
was pretty cool.
Are they looking to jump anything yet? Jump the
Not
cars?
yet. Corey drove it.
Yeah.
It's got a 400-pound weight limit.
Kids.
Yeah. It's fun, dude.
How was your helmet? Did you have an $8
Nah, I
Walmart
Nah, adults don't wear
helmet?
helmets.
I didn't have a helmet on.
Adults don't wear helmets on this thing.
Yeah. They were just yelling at me to watch out for rocks the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not pleasant to hit a rock. So, yeah, we get that going, man. Putting it together with the kids was the play. And it was a lot of fun, and they liked it. But, like, would have really liked to just get one, slap it on the ground, put gas in it.
Young Ben could teach you a thing or two about hitting a rock.
Here's a tip for you guys that they say it ships without oil. And to put 0.6 of a liter in it, ships with about 0.3 of a liter in it. Tell you that much. Because I put 0.6 in, and then she came right back out at me.
Wow.
Yeah, clean the floor nice. So if you're putting that together, keep that in mind. You might want to drain that factory oil. Yeah, that's it. I broke my Polaris. I'm fixing it.
Any
got
deep
a-
thoughts? What's
Got a call back.
Yeah,
okay.
there it
all
is.
right.
No way.
Nobody asked me about this, but in doing suspension research the other day, I found that my control arm bushings were installed backwards
Oh, you did mention that in the
for
group chat.
5 events.
Okay.
What does that mean for you?
Yeah, how different are either side of
So-
these bushings?
When you run stock E36 or E46, like Condor A-arm pucks, lollipop bushing pucks, they have offset and regular. So offset will move it over, and regular is directly center in the middle of the bushing.
Is it the offset, the pucks that you can adjust the offset? You can like turn them?
You can spin them like in and out, but you either have full caster in or full caster out.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had this ones you could adjust them, and they spin by themselves eventually, which sucks.
Yes, some of them can turn in the puck.
Yeah,
So
not great.
when I bought them, and it's not full. I guess you could go more if you had more adjusts, but like, because Escalar sells adjustable caster arms.
Yeah.
Which my buddy Josie has, and his are fully adjusted in, and mine, even with the offset bushing, he's like, I don't understand why your wheel is like not even close to the bumper, and I had to cut the fuck out of my bumper. And I'm like, well, yours are fully adjusted. He's like, well, even when I had those other pucks that you have, it was close. I'm like, well, I don't
So you
fucking
had
know.
them in backwards?
So I had them in backwards, so it was
Like
taking
full
caster
inward caster?
It was taking caster away, but it's not. So here's the deal: when I ordered them,
It
and
gives
this
the
is
whole load?
not a slight against Condor, because everything that they do is great and wonderful, and I'll keep buying their shit. But I spent the $40 extra to have them pre-pressed, come in the little lollipop thing,
Yeah.
so they put them in backwards.
Oh.
Because
You
those
son
only,
of a bitch.
they only bolt onto one side of the car. If you put it on backwards,
Yeah, so it's not like you could have installed them incorrectly.
why they just didn't know. Like, if I knew, I would have been like, oh shit, these are backwards. But
Yeah.
like, I didn't think anything or put 2 and 2 together with like how casters actually adjusted with the control arm. And so I was watching, I saw somebody post on a classified ad, and I'm like, damn, he has all the same suspension shit as I do. Why are his wheels not poking as far as mine? And why is he able to fit these wheels like with those overs? And I'm like looking at it, and the more I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm going to watch an SLR video really quick. So I just like pulled up a random YouTube channel. I was like, if you have these offset bushings, you want to make sure that they're pushing the control arm towards the doors. And I like Zach Galifianakis like math memed, and I went, holy fuck, mine are backwards. Because
So you had the caster reduction bushings on the car.
yes, and that always made sense why like I don't know, when I got the car aligned, it was like 5 something
It didn't-
caster or 4 or 5.
It
and
didn't
should be
occur to
6.
you back then?
I just never thought about it because I bought them from Condor pre-pressed into the bushing bracket.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they must
So
know.
it's like a puck pressed into the thing.
It's like a big circle,
Yeah.
and then the puck gets pressed in. It can only be pressed in from one side because it's got a lip.
Yeah.
But
And it's got
those-
a hole on one end.
But yeah, in those circles,
And you can spin the puck.
so it's like I could pull it up on the
Yeah, no, I
screen.
had them. I got rid
So
of them.
you're telling us you didn't read the instructions when you got them?
Mine went from maximum caster to no caster on the way back from Wolfscart once. And it fucked up my fender pretty bad.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So see how they.
Yeah, those are terrible. You shouldn't run those.
There's nothing wrong with them.
They're gonna turn on you.
So you could put self tappers in it.
That's the
people
only thing you can do. But those will eventually, the self tappers will fuck up too.
Yeah, mine never spun. That's the thing. So see how this is on this side?
Mine spun in one track day.
See how this is on this side? It's supposed to be there. Mine were here.
It's supposed to be, yeah.
But you can only bolt these to one side of the car because if it's the other way.
Because you can turn, but you can turn the puck inside the arm, which is going to do by itself on the road.
Yeah.
I mean, mine didn't move at all.
Corey, control arm bushings on a Mark II. They go in a special way too.
Don't they make like Treehouse Racing lollipop brackets for it? Garage Stick makes them.
Garage stick? I don't know.
Yeah, they do. Buy those.
If I do anything, I'll buy SLR because literally everything else on the car is SLR.
The
And
SLR are the ones where you can adjust the length of them, right?
Yeah, it's like
And they have like a jam nut.
It's 2 jam nuts and
Yeah,
like
they
a,
wouldn't go
Jam-
far enough for my car.
a wiener.
on
So
it.
what the hack is on that?
You can pull the jam nut off.
You pull both jam nuts off and screw the thing all the way in and then tighten it from the other side.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
That's what people are doing.
I get it.
You don't need that much caster though. Why did you have that much caster?
The way my plates are in for the camber on the front,
The way the bank account's set up.
Yeah.
It just
removed caster, so I had to fix them with these. Don't ask. It's a fucked up system.
Yeah, because I've seen E36s, the top hat, it's the 3 points.
Yeah.
You can
You turn 'em.
You can turn it one over, and then it'll slant them back like hella far.
On the Z3s, you switch left to right, and it gives you like a
Way more
wonderful amount of
camber.
camber. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I've done that. Actually, mine's the first time I did that. I was like, holy shit, this thing rips.
Yeah, on my buddy Austin's, he flipped them, and then he turned them in, and so the car just had a shitload of camber and caster. It was like -6.6.
Yeah, the plates on my M3 are basically like modified Z3 plates, and they're just shit for caster. In fact, Bear has a set of camber plates for me. I just got to get and put in the car.
I actually have to do that. I have to go to Bear too. I want him to do the rear trailing arm bushings.
When you go pick up these plates for me,
I'll make sure I
you're
do
the
that.
best.
pick them up for more
Well,
out there.
you can get that moving. Let's keep this moving.
There we go.
B for B.
B for B.
Let's do B for B.
Hold on.
There we
Hey, it's
go.
me again. Bucks for the boys. What's Bucks for the boys? Well, it's how we keep this podcast rolling. Aaliyah Electric on in the rent a flowing. What it is a value for value system. So if this podcast is worth anything to you at all, anything, hit us up. Revival Motoring, info@revivalmotoring.com on the PayPal. Throw a message in there. Any amount you want, any number you want. We will read it. We are obligated, contractually obligated to read it on the air. And that's for the one-off donation. If you want to come and help your boys out for the long haul, sustainable donations are on our website, revivalmotoring.com/B4B. That's where you can pick any amount you'd like to give to us for per month, per podcast, whatever you like. Divide it out any way you like. Number's not big enough, do it twice, you know? And that just helps us kind of know what we got coming in so
Yep.
we can plan things coming up.
Yeah.
Also, as we mention every time, the cash isn't the only way to help out your boys.
Not at all.
Great way to do it. Obviously, right now you can hop on our chat, but at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesdays, you can hop on the live chat, hang out with the boys, bullshit with us. We
have
love
some
it.
dinner.
It distracts us. Have a little dinner with the boys. You can also, obviously, send us hot tips, pics, funny sound bites, whatever you want on our Instagrams or to info@revivalmotoring.com or any of our emails.
Yep.
And finally, the best thing you can possibly do, trap someone in a room, make them listen to us, get them addicted. We love that. Tell somebody else about the Revival Motoring podcast. Listen to Revival. It's a big deal for us.
It's nice and simple.
So, yeah, Bucks for the boys. It keeps us accountable to you and only you.
And if you are an active B for B subscriber, you will get stuff randomly in the mail. I believe we are shipping out a bunch of stickers currently. And also with that, you are automatically entered to win whatever it is we're giving away that month. So we'll put some stuff together for the December giveaway. Again, that'll be December 7th, I believe. But yeah, you're automatically going to be in there if you are an active subscriber.
December 7th, the day that will live in infamy.
December 7th, my
Yep.
friend.
Obviously.
Also, it costs nothing to share social media posts.
That's correct.
Absolutely.
Very true.
We really,
Nothing
really
at all.
appreciate it.
You guys see that new fire chuck system reel?
Woo! That was
Wow.
unbelievable. Wow. Really brought me back to the
Real
days when I was good at this.
throwback
Yeah.
of amazingness.
It has often come up, and I think, matter of fact, somebody mentioned it at the donut meet, and that's what made me go, oh, I need to make a reel of that.
Yeah.
What a reel.
So yeah, figured.
How's the TikTok account
Really real.
going?
I haven't touched that at all.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Stay
can't
off
believe
that.
we don't have 1 million TikTok subscribers
I
already.
haven't touched it at all.
Also, you can write us a little review. We
Yep.
always look for reviews. We read one earlier from one of the early reviews. Jingle's a clown.
OG review.
We did, yeah.
Still a big
And-
contributor.
There is not a character limit when you
Yeah,
leave
go
a
as
review.
deep as you
can
want.
ramble on
Could write a book.
all you
Could
want.
review every episode in one review.
We'll read it on the air.
Yeah.
Corey, do we have any new reviews?
We don't know new ones, unfortunately. We've got a lot. So here's the thing: we've got a lot of new ones, but nothing with any writing. So
We appreciate those.
you can leave 5 stars.
But you don't have to
You
comment.
don't have to write anything. And then on Spotify, you can only leave a star rating with no writing,
Yep.
and that number goes up every week.
We love that so much.
So
Yeah, thank you guys for that stuff. That is
we're
unbelievable.
We're still. Let's see if we still have a better rating than Mr. Joe Rogan.
Let's put our eyes on that.
That's our measure.
the JRE.
As long as we're beating JRE on Spotify,
Yeah.
we're doing all right.
We absolutely do. We're still at a solid 5 star.
Love to see that.
Perfect.
Also, we have come up with a way to judge how good our last podcast was based on the donations, and we call this
BPL.
the BPL, bucks per listen. Which case we take the bucks, take the listens. NASA does some crazy math with them, and it comes back to us, and we get our BPL. Corey, do we have a number?
We certainly do. We have fallen quite a bit. We are down. We are at 8 cents a listen.
Whoa.
Down from our previous 13 cents a listen.
Ooh.
So
We gotta pump the numbers up.
yeah.
Not great.
We gotta give them. We gotta give them the whole load. You know.
I'm going to give you the whole load today.
Wow.
I don't know what noise that
Really
is.
tough.
I'm going to come.
So yeah, we have fallen down,
Wow, that's
but we will get back up.
that's hard to hear.
Yeah.
Are we blaming this totally on Seamus from TCS?
Not at all.
One of the best episodes we've done in years.
It's the economy's fault.
It's the economy,
It's the
man.
economy.
We're in a recession, and the government refuses to acknowledge
To acknowledge that it's
that we're
happening.
in a recession.
They will. They will tomorrow.
Yeah.
Things are real tough.
I
Well-
will make them acknowledge it.
Yeah, economic
So-
sad times.
Continued
Yeah.
economic
Continue
sad
over
time.
here at Revival
I think it's
Motoring.
been an economic sad time for about 3/4 of the existence of Revival
it sure
Motor.
has. We've-
It's an economic timeout.
We've existed through some times. Over
Yeah.
here.
I
To
mean,
be
that's
fair,
a-
we've only really existed. We've had a very short stint in a non-sad time.
yeah, this is very true. Very
Pre-row?
true. Yeah, it's just imagine what we can do when things are normal.
We started this a couple years earlier. We'd be on top of the fucking
My
world right now.
goodness.
The Christy Mack of what generation Christy Mack? Like now or like in her heyday? Because that's going to tell me a lot. Whether that's a an insult
God.
or a
I'm not familiar with Christy Mack. Could you bring up a picture of her for me there?
No, Shook, don't do that.
there's plenty of fine photos of her that
I'm
are
bringing up an image over here.
usable.
I don't want current either. I want heyday.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Apparently
So-
that's her.
I
I'm
didn't know
gonna
who she
come.
was or what she did until I was told not to look it up. So
Do not
I got
come.
a good idea about it now.
Yeah, she's
You gotta
something.
make it
We appreciate
the whole-
you.
Do not come. Do not come.
Do not come.
Is that
Do
Christy
not
Mack?
come.
That's Christy Mack.
Okay.
I'm going to come.
Well, that's where we are.
Yep.
Leave us some reviews.
Yep. We did have one new B4B sub, Jake A. So big shouts. No,
Hey,
no message, but big shouts to Jake A.
I would do the part of this read where I say we're going to keep doing this no matter what happens, but it's getting pretty grim around here.
It's getting dark.
Not,
Sometimes I buy a brand new truck. Everybody's like, Chuck, they don't need that money over there.
Yeah.
It's a lease. At least a used car.
Like half the subs
You're
withdrew.
taking advantage of the tax code, not
Exactly.
revival motoring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No.
Okay.
I think it's heavy enough, sadly.
Chuck, they lowered the number. Look it up.
We'll talk about this off.
Okay.
I want to get into the. I only have one small bit of news.
Okay.
Fire it off.
I have stuff.
I don't know if you guys know this. You might
God.
you might have some inkling of this as well. But on good authority, I was made well aware of a large problem with the Mark 8 Volkswagen.
Oh, yeah. Every single person I know who has one has the same problem.
Due to a manufacturing issue,
Yep.
the radiator
Yep.
on some vehicles
Some.
may not be properly secured.
I'm 4 out of 5. I know 5 people with a Mark 8, and 4 of them are currently broken.
One of them gave me an explanation. He drove that from West Virginia to here,
Yes.
attended, hung out, drove back, was home for like a day, drove the vehicle 10 miles away, just in general driving, where it then proceeded to explode itself on his friend's driveway and release all of the coolant onto said driveway. Yeah.
Tim McGraw.
Nick Farrington. He is our local sales manager of the local dealer.
God, I love
And he
bothering
got
him.
one of the first ones ever. And that shit broke down at Route Classic in Wildwood, New Jersey.
Will she just let go?
There's like no support for like some bottom corner of the radiator or something. It comes, so then it like falls down, breaks, tons of plastic and shit.
rips everything else out with
Yep.
it.
Nice.
Yeah. Mr. McGraw sent me a little video we can maybe view later.
And I believe there's no fix for it at this time. Correct, John?
From what he said, so he kind of got the old, dare I say, reach around from the dealer thus far because he's driving a Teos, and he was told 1 week after, oh yeah, the parts will be in on Wednesday, you'll be good to go. and then was told
No.
there's no parts.
Yeah, because
I
Nick
thought a reach around was a good thing.
Nick fixed his with JB Weld and zip ties in Wildwood, New Jersey, and he is still daily driving it.
It's still making it
Made
happen.
out of
Technically, it's more secure than it was from the factory now.
He
Correct.
drove-
It's better with JB Weld.
He
and
drove
zip
down to our
ties.
donut meet, approximately 2 hours.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
he
at
was there as
the
well.
Proclamation one.
Both,
Yeah.
matter of fact,
That's
both
a 4-hour drive.
both
of,
vehicles that are suffering from this, or 2 of the 5 that you know, were here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
it's
interesting 'cause-
terrible. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
That's not good at all.
A friend of mine just bought one. He's in his like second week of ownership. So, and I'll see him Friday.
Well, it's
Make a
affect my
bet with
brother's
him.
car.
Make a bet with him that it's going to break, like that you win and when it breaks, because it's
No,
definitely
I
going
don't
to break.
want it.
Is this
I
like
know.
my brother's car as well?
No.
Okay.
He's a Mark 7. This is new beast.
The
And
new,
this is,
new.
And this is
Okay.
a recall that's, by the federal government. It's that level already.
Federales?
Yeah.
Love it when those guys get involved.
Yeah.
That'll be a real cluster.
Dare I
The,
say-
the Audi has some sort of recall, and then I don't know, they didn't do anything about it.
Still developing.
It's an Audi.
It's developing.
That was it. That was my little.
Well, speaking of Mark 8 Volkswagens,
Yep.
there was a photo floating around the internet of Mark 8 RS
Mm-hmm.
with a very large
Significant
Mar-
$53,000.
market adjustment on them,
Oh, yeah, I got that.
which
yeah.
I was actually gonna bring up in the callback, so I figured whatever, fuck it, we'll just talk about it now. So someone tagged us in it, I reposted it, and then a gentleman, Rusty, reached out to me.
Rusty.
And he says he used to work at this dealership.
Mm-hmm.
And a coworker messaged the old foreman, and they said the phone was ringing off the hook with people like pretty much having fucking meltdowns over them doing this, and they claimed it was a quote unquote clerical error.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy because it's its own line item on like the sheet.
Those pictures sure don't look very clerical to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the MSRP was just written in wrong, I'd be like, still not, but hey, I get it. So it has its own line item of market adjustment. So then, did you see APR like posted a video,
no.
like not a video, posted a photo of the 2 cars side by side, saying anyone in the market for a Mark 8 Golf R, here's one in white, one in black, won't last long at these prices. And then had to update it. It said the dealer reached out and confirmed it was a typo, saying all Golf Rs that they have are sold at MSRP, which is bananas. That
They're not going to last long because the radiator's going to fall out and break
Yeah.
soon
So-
anyways.
So I will say,
the dealer markup is it.
and I will poo on there, it's an error because if you look at both of these side by side, you could have had me that it's an error if the stock numbers and VIN numbers were also the same for each vehicle. However, somebody took the time to make sure those were correct.
Yeah. No, it obviously wasn't an error.
So it's
Unless
just
they added an extra 0.
Also, they definitely didn't understand like the backlash they were about to get on this.
My buddy's dealership where I bought my
yeah,
car had
sorry, go.
no, he had an M4 CSL there,
yeah,
$50,000 markup on it.
yeah.
And he says it's selling. Someone's going to
But
pick
So
it.
here's the
with-
best part. I bet you those 2 stock numbers are sold already for maybe 10 over, and somebody's like, I got no problem paying 10 over. I want it now.
Yeah.
With that being said, he also said there's a Mercedes dealer right next to him in Denver, and they've got G-Wagons with markups of $125,000.
It's called a whataboutism.
So
What about those guys?
$210,000 G-Wagon, which is already outrageous, with a $125,000 market adjustment. Mind you,
Yeah, but they'll probably get it.
yeah,
Whereas a $100,000 Golf R is not going to happen.
yeah. What's crazy to me is that this is handwritten on here, but the piece of paper stuck to the glass is something that someone made with a separate market adjustment line.
On top of whatever was shown on the website,
Yeah.
that was all like very defined.
So with a total of $334,850 for a
G63?
G63,
Yeah.
Hmm.
so
They're $200,000?
210.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Listen,
For a toaster.
A lot of truck.
Luxurious
Yeah.
toaster.
That's a
going
great
down the highway.
toaster.
I know.
it's unbelievable.
It's the
So-
best I've ever felt in a car. Was when I
What?
close those doors and I'm just like,
The G-Wagon?
Oh, the
Yeah.
thump? Yeah.
But with that being
Really?
said,
I've never been in one.
it was like I was a living thing in a vacuum.
it like almost you felt it like in your inner ear
Got
When
real
it closed
private.
the door?
when
Yeah,
it closed.
it
Yeah,
doesn't
Air
make
pressure
sense.
changed?
Dude,
And
it
the-
could thunk so hard.
There's no poverty air in here. Close the door.
and then when you
filters
open
You'll
it,
feel nothing but luxurious air passing through
exactly-
your
it was like a
lungs.
release.
Yeah.
when you open
It's a
the
full
door.
release.
Full release.
Full
I'm
release.
gonna come.
Exactly.
But this little news article here saying wholesale used car prices plummet as retail prices continue to soar. So I think this ties in perfectly with Josh posting the truck system. Get out there, start using it.
Yeah, it's time to start using it because those guys are going to be in a lot of trouble.
They're going to be in a lot of trouble
No
soon.
one can get approved for anything now. It's the best.
Yeah.
The
So-
credit rates suck. The loan rates,
Yeah.
as of the past couple of years, they are terrible now.
They're no good.
Yeah, so it's
No bueno, amigo.
not great.
In the past month, they're down 2%. Over the year, they're down 10.5%. However, obviously we're
Yeah,
seeing
but supply
like
shortages will
the
make that
retail
happen.
Side of things are booming, and they're making a bunch of money on you. So go out there, truck system them, and get a win on this.
Yeah.
Right? And then report back to us. We want to
Yeah,
hear
let
what
us know.
wins.
We'd love to hear the victories.
Well, I love hearing the victory stories. We love hearing the war stories.
Love it.
But I think that's important news. Let people know.
Shook, can you do me a favor? Go to motor1.com and bring up the 2023 Hyundai Ioniq 5N. Something I didn't know they were making.
And is it Nancy?
And it's just their
I know. I'm kidding.
yeah, their I don't know, sport line. Let's see.
Steers for Nordschleife. Nordschleife?
It's
Do you know what
it
that
just
stands for, Chuck?
North
Loop.
Route.
North
North
Loop.
Loop.
Did you know there was a South Loop?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's no longer open, right?
No.
Yeah.
Ioniq 5N. There you go. Down one. Nope. Nope.
That's the
what it said.
8-bit car.
Up one. Nope. Still wrong.
I just
It's fucking unbelievable. It's right over here.
The one right there.
It's the same thing.
Nope. It's not. It's not at all. What
Hey,
is that? It looks
He's
like
at the
GTI.
Nürburgring.
It looks like Mark 7.
He is.
listen. They're great looking cars.
Is that
They-
radiator
they do
falling
look
out
cool.
already? No.
No,
it's a Hyundai.
no, that's in there. And this will probably be electric, I believe.
If it's
Nobody
Ioniq, it
knows.
should be.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Let's see. Hot
carousel.
electric hatch. Nobody really knows what the powertrain will be.
Electric.
I'm assuming hybridized.
Company executives
I thought the
hinted.
Ioniq 5 was 100% electric anyways.
It is. It
This is
is.
the N series, though.
Oh.
Company executives hinted that peak output will be somewhere between 580 horsepower and 620 horsepower.
Because
Okay,
it's
so
electric.
It's
Coming
all, it's all
from a
electric.
dual motor electric powertrain, providing the electric energy will be a 77.4 kilowatt hour battery. One thing that is Ioniq 5N will share the GMP
That's
architecture.
hilarious.
Yeah,
That's wow.
That's unbelievable.
Hate to see it.
it's pretty wild.
I love 8-bit video games, so I'm going to buy an 8-bit car. It's called a Hyundai.
So scroll up just a little bit, Shook. Let's take a look
The
here.
Regular. I was just curious. what the
303,
price is.
303. So 225. So it's going to be more than double.
More than double the power for the
Wow.
N version.
That's crazy.
And I can imagine it's going to cost
It's
75.
a laptop doing in the back seat there.
It was charging.
Oh, okay.
Duh, it's electric feature.
Yeah.
It's just driving it.
Yeah. What else do you got for news?
I got speaking of electrics,
Mhm.
there are spy shots of an electric Boxster testing.
Ooh.
Porsche Boxster. I know you're a big Porsche guy.
Very narrow.
It's gonna it's gonna be electric before the Cayman. That's the first electric they're bringing.
Yeah.
It looks just like a Boxster. Surprise! Except the grill's kind of covered up. That's how and it's not making a lot of noise. And they say pure EVs are going to be 50% of Porsche sales by 2025, and they want it 80% by 2030.
There was a wild stat that I seen the other day that said 100,000. It was like Porsche assembly line,
Yeah,
and it was the 100,000th Taycan coming off the line.
yeah. They weren't.
100,000?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They
I
Porsche
are-
feel like
wild.
it just came out.
That's what it just blew. I'm like, what the seriously?
Worldwide? Globally?
Gotta be.
I don't know. I'd imagine, aren't those built in the U.S. or something? I can't. There was
No.
one thing that
They all went down with the ship.
That's
there
right,
was
they
a
built
car.
100,000, they sunk 10.
There was a car the other
no,
day
you're fucking right.
Yeah.
that
One of those
surprised
fuckers
me.
caught on fire and burnt that fucker down.
That, or was it a VW?
Who knows? Maybe it's a radiator for a electric
Marky
battery.
Fell right
pack.
off. But yeah, they're going hard at this. See what happens. That Porsche wouldn't talk about it beyond that. Obviously, they don't even talk about the one that there were pictures of.
Yeah.
I mean Porsche.
3 years it's been out
Wow.
since the start of production.
33,000 a year.
It's pretty good.
Wow.
There we go.
Tim Connors actually already mentioned it, but Mini is bringing back the stick shift. and they're going to teach you how to use them. So
There you go.
I'm taking the class and pretending like I don't know how, just to see how much I could fuck shit up.
Let's go. They temporarily suspended production of cars with stick shifts due to supply chain nonsense. They are reintroducing them in 2023 or November of 2023. And they're being offered on two-door models. Two-door models. They're going to be 6 speeds, and it says November 2023, but I'm thinking they'll be available in November for 2023 models, meaning like this month.
I was going to say November of next year?
Yeah.
Jesus. Wow.
Let's see. And the transition has become so uncommon that Mini is taking steps to offering a school on how to use them. The Mini manual driving school is set to kick off early next year at the BMW Performance Center in Thermal, California. And they say the initiative welcomes a new generation of manual drivers while allowing others to sharpen their skills after years of driving an automatic. So let's go, Scott.
I have an ultra throwback way back. I brought it up and now it's come to fruition. As many of you know, I discuss how much my love for Singer
Yes.
Porsche vehicles. God, I don't even know how long ago it was when I was on. Singer and Tuttle Porsche in the UK came out with a Safari-made car, Singer style.
Tuttle.
Completely insane, ridiculous. And for the first time ever, Porsche said, no,
Oh.
you're not.
Yep.
And they shut that shit down.
Not a
And I
lot.
warned everybody, it's because Porsche's coming out with a Safari.
With their own, yeah.
Yes.
And guess what happened? Porsche now has their Safari out and about. They came out a whole bunch of glamour shots today of a 992 out in the desert with some, mutters
Magnus
on
was
it.
posting a bunch of photos.
Yeah. So was my all-time. I can't forget his name. Shoot.
Vanilla
Old
Ice.
BMW advertisement photographer guy. Now he's a racer. Pikes Peak.
Oh, Jeff Swart.
Jeff Swart, yes, he was posting some stuff. Rod was posting stuff, but you heard it here first, folks. I told you
You did.
Safari
Absolutely.
was coming, and it's here. What are you doing over there? Playing your phone? Let's go. Fire up the Porsche Safari on the screen.
You didn't ask.
I'm just kidding.
I would love to see it, actually.
Were there
There's
shots
one
of it?
cool shot where the back tire looks like one of those new.
This Vision 1 for Safari thing? That thing?
Wait, where
Chuck, if
was
you
all
go
this?
to Car Scoops and
All I
then
see is that.
just do 992 Safari.
Yeah.
we
That
go.
should bring
This one?
a ton of
I can't
photos.
see that.
Doesn't seem like.
Here we go.
Jeff Swart and Rod Emery posted a badass picture of one where it looked like it had those new airless tires and there was sand coming out from
Ooh, the
in
airless
between. But I don't think that's the
January?
case.
Did Swart just post it?
I was gonna say, just go to Jeff Zort his Instagram.
Yeah, or Rod Emery's.
Miss-
Go to Rod Emery's Instagram. Guaranteed that's the shot I want to see
give me one
that I saw.
Oh yeah, here we go. I have it right here on Jeff
Oh, I
Zwart's
got Zwart's,
Instagram.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
that one. Like, what's going on in the rear tires there? That's pretty dope.
What's his?
I think
actual
that's
Could be the
just-
Instagram?
spokes.
I've seen that
just
happen with
Zwart,
Snow,
J.
yeah.
Zwart. Z-W-A-R-T.
It's just ZWRT.
Oh, it is?
Got it.
Boom. Nailed it.
Oh,
There you go. Bring it up, Shook.
Just for LA.
Right there. Like, what's going on in the rear tire there?
It's throwing sand from the
Yeah,
smoke.
From the spokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen it happen with rally cars in the
Going
snow. Some of
for
the
it.
pics looks sick.
Oh, you can't make it bigger. That's tragic.
And see,
There
we
it
got some
is.
other photos there. What other photos?
Yeah,
do we
scroll
have?
through. It's just of it on the mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, three-wheel action.
What is it, Scott? You're a bit
That's
of
the
a Porsche,
photo I
Porsche guy,
saw.
right? Go back one, Chuck, please. Any inclination? Oh, wait, I already know. I already figured it out. That's what the project code is. 68801, 68802 is obviously some sort of code for what vehicles those are.
You sure?
That's
That's a Dubai license plate.
is it?
Yeah.
It's got to be something. That's what I was going to ask. Is what's the
it
reference
boobies in the
relevance?
mirror?
Oh, they're calling it the Safari. They're not hiding it. They're trying to
but
make a
it
buck
could
here.
just be project. The
yeah,
code build
008?
codes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a roof rack. It doesn't have a roof parachute
Do
yet,
either
but
of
somebody will
them
have
look-
one on there in no time.
Look different, or they both
No,
look the same. Just the roof rack being different, right?
I mean, they're all turbo nowadays. Four-wheel drive is no biggie. So I don't know. The full specs, what did it say? November 16th, LA Auto Show.
Is that? Oh, right. So it's like a week
so-
away.
That's
but-
exactly a week.
Match, yeah, because next Wednesday.
I like that shot. The sand coming out the spokes. It looks
Yeah.
badass.
Pretty cool. There's nothing else about it.
That's the most we've
Schwartz
seen,
House is like the coolest place ever.
other
Yeah.
than the spy shots at the Nürburgring.
Yeah,
which are
either
just
that
kinda-
or on Rod's
Yeah,
page.
big.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. What else do we have for news? I don't really have anything.
BMW XI2 was also spotted for the first time. It's not big news, but everyone should see this coming. It's an X2, but it's electric.
Mhm.
Congratulations.
yeah.
I have one little learned about it at SEMA again in my fandom window of what I like. Corey, how do you feel about adapters on a car? You know, make those 5x112 wheels fit on your 5x100.
I'm not a big
Car.
adapter guy, but I know.
No. How about you, Josh? How do
I've
you feel?
adapted many wheels.
No scaries.
No issues. Yeah.
Chuck,
I'm a big wobble boat guy.
you like the wobble boats? 1
Big
2
fan of
millimeter.
those.
You got a
Yeah.
fix for 1 and 2 millimeter.
We're
Not
good.
a problem.
Push
I-
that to 3.5.
I try to stay away from adapters.
Okay.
I drifted on adapters. Fun.
Okay. Well,
Just gotta
Yeah,
have
they're
respect.
definitely-
The
Okay.
I ran on the TT. I ran adapters to run the image wheels.
you had a TT.
Mhm.
You were a hairdresser.
Yep.
You still do it on the side?
A little bit.
I could use a little trim.
Trim and
Anyways,
Place is called Butt Cuts.
but,
But
a very
Everything
great
butt cuts.
yeah.
BBS wheels in their return to the market have staved off bankruptcy again.
I'm glad you brought this up.
have now gone full on. We need to save some money, and adapters is how we're gonna do it.
It's just that for those who need an explanation, basically,
It's called BBS Unlimited.
yep.
And what they do is all their wheels they sell, couple different offsets, but I really only think there's only like one offset per wheel, and every wheel is 5x170. No, 117.
Yep.
5x117.
So I
and
figured out the
then-
math there.
So then you buy an adapter to fit your car,
Mm-hmm.
and that also gives you the offset thickness of the adapter, whatnot. And now, hey, I'm buying a new car. I'm taking my BBSs with me.
Yep.
I'll buy some new adapters and slap those bad boys on there.
Isn't that going to make less money because people are going to buy less wheels?
So
Don't use your
that's
logic on them, Corey.
It's going to cut down on some manufacturing.
Correct.
But again, to Corey's point,
it's
will that make up for the money
Oh,
they
no.
lose on?
Who knows? But I'm just saying, like,
I want to get some PV5s.
And the other thing is,
that's a lot into.
there was a handful of people, because I posted that to our stories on Instagram.
Oh,
There
you
was a
did?
handful of people who were like, "Oh yeah, this existed on this, and this."
Did RH
Yeah.
used to use it.
Yeah,
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Like, it's not dumb, but like I don't see how that cuts a ton of cost when you're putting it in a machine that's already programmed.
you can
I hear ya.
you can cut down
Well,
on
but you only have
molds.
you can cut down on SKUs. You only
Yeah.
have to stock like
Yeah.
4 different wheels instead of like 50.
Just think
Yeah.
about
You know what I mean? It's just very
Look,
now
I'm
by
not
size
saying
and
it's a
offset.
good business plan, Chuck. I'm just saying,
it's a thing. Yeah, it's what they're
that,
doing.
you know,
Especially
Did,
if they figured out a
Yeah,
a
sure, stop
range
busting his balls.
of offset that like is highly adaptable.
Yeah,
So I take like
yeah, I
the-
got a
35.
3/4 inch thick adapter, and my boy over here, he got a 2.5 inch
that's what I'm
adapter.
saying. Like if they figured something out,
Yeah, what do they have? Are they selling the adapter?
Oh yeah, it's all part of you. When you buy the wheels, you get all the parts called
I'm sure
PPS
they'll-
Unlimited.
So now
If
they
you
have to
bring it
stock
up on a
a ton of
screen,
adapters.
yeah,
though.
you should
right,
bring
but
it up
that's
to them.
much
It's kinda-
smaller. It should be on
You're
the
right.
drive.
Adapters are easy to make though.
That
Yeah.
sounds
Stock.
like the same thing.
Cheaper
with
to
extra
ship.
steps.
guys, don't kill the messenger. I'm just telling you.
Come on, Scott.
Jesus.
Yeah, if you
just-
just search BBS
I'm
Unlimited,
gonna
Yeah.
ship BBS to drive this.
Yeah, there
Oh,
you go.
revolutionizes wheels.
So
See
my
that?
where I was going, you did get to. Did you physically
Oh,
see
so they
this?
send you the hub rings and stuff?
Yeah,
That's
like
funny.
that. I honestly didn't know what it was, so I read about it on the internet
the whole
Okay.
package.
after the show.
I'm just gonna say it.
But again,
Stupid.
look, you talk about hub centricness. They're not
Yeah.
even each adapter isn't even hub centric. There's still lock-in rings to make it hub centric.
Right.
There's a lot of pieces
Right. That's
other than a wheel that I have to attach to my
How
car.
did-
You mean a
I'm
lot
just-
of points of failure?
yeah.
I'm very confused how this cuts
That's what I
down
was
on
asking.
manufacturing because they're
How you guys like the adapters?
well because now you don't have to make 30 different variants of one wheel.
no, but they have to make 30 different
Adapters.
centric rings, 30 different adapters, probably sizes and
you know what?
bolt
It
patterns.
sounds like Shook is not going to be into the BBS Unlimited.
Yeah,
I think he's
yeah.
going to skip.
But you're looking like think of that big adapter right there as one big hunk of metal, right?
You know?
That one big hunk of metal, they can slice that sausage on the end. This isn't how they do it, but they can slice that sausage on the end and drill it per spec. And they can do that I don't know, 100 times if they need to, or 75 that day, or whatever it might be.
It's cheaper and easier to make an adapter. Plus, adapters don't have to
Yeah.
look nice like a finished wheel.
Yeah.
So I
Even
think
though
that's
it
where the
does
savings
look
is.
nice.
It
Well,
does,
yeah.
yeah.
That one has to. This is a press picture.
I'm going to
I
be
just-
honest, it's
in
the
my-
best
I'm sure
looking
they'll look
adapter.
fine.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm wrong about this, but like I would imagine that when they cut this wheel, they don't do the lug nuts until they're like, oh, okay, well it's 5x114, and they throw it back in the machine, and it.
Yeah, but look, see how that the bolts are like dead center on that. So if you then go change the bolt pattern, you have to
Yeah,
change
like
the
that
whole
bolt
wheel.
pattern
that's-
isn't going to go to 5x130 for a Porsche.
Yeah.
That shit ain't going that far.
No, it's going millimeters from center bore.
But it's
Yeah,
still
but-
going to
But
change
it's
the
dead center.
Yeah, it's still going to change the look of the wheel and where you need to do things. So making 1 or 2 or 3 of these things with different offsets, that just covers
I'm
it.
not
they were
about
also,
it.
They
but
were
I
also
see what they're doing.
promoting.
I am about those wheel bolts.
Well, that's
Those
the
wheel
funny
bolts are
thing.
rad.
So when you buy in the kit, you could pick out your special center cap, your special wheel bolts, your special valve stem cap, and get your cool color BBS stuff. They
How
have
much
it
do you
all on
think cost?
display.
I was going to say, do they have pricing for this?
I don't know. I think
Scroll
it's
down,
brandy,
Chuck.
brand new.
I lost the mouse. There it is.
How much do these things cost? I gotta know.
I don't know.
I'm
There's a
just
one-
curious.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
5
I have
by
it at like 5 billion
117.5.
percent, and I still can't
It's
read any of this.
0.5. Yeah. Okay.
Also, what is the smallest adapter that they're willing to sell you?
Hold on.
Wait,
hold
KW
on.
owns them now?
They were
Uh,
in the KW booth, but I
That's
don't
what it
know.
says.
So these wheels will come in
Oh, it
19
says-
to 21
yeah,
inch
stewardship
diameters
of KW. Yeah.
and 8 to 12 inch widths, including half widths up to 11 and a half inches,
What diameters, Corey?
19 to 21.
Oh boy.
The adapters will come in 14 mil to 50 mil or 0.55 to 0.197 width for a variety of vehicle hub bolt patterns, but none were listed at the time of writing. BBS says their unlimited wheels are set to launch in July of 2022.
So they're
Sorry, I
crazy.
was rubbing
They're-
Chuck's leg under the table.
It was really nice.
they're actually going to sell an adapter at 15 mil. I thought that. I mean, I've seen that,
That's the minimum, yeah.
but that's small.
Hey,
I
it
mean,
gets,
if
it gets the
it's got-
job done.
I would
Yeah, it's the
much
motion
rather
of the
have a
ocean.
BBS 15 mil adapter than a eBay one on my car, but still, like, you got to have really strong steel or stainless or whatever they're using in order for it to, like,
I can already see someone putting on the adapters with too much ooga doogas, no torque wrench.
Or
I'm
not
just,
enough.
I'm just
And then-
excited for the second owner that puts an adapter on the adapter.
Oh, nice.
or not enough.
The rusty hub that you're
Yeah.
trying to fit that.
And I would imagine that it's vehicle specific. Like, what if your car runs studs or not studs?
I think
So,
they
like,
know that.
Now they have to have different.
I'm sure this
adapters.
isn't for every car out there. I'm just saying.
I think
No.
I think this would work with studs as well. I don't see
Just
why.
cut those fuckers.
Yeah, the studs. It should
Once
work
you
as well.
bolt on the spacer with the studs, Chuck, you just cut
Yeah,
the
you
extra
mark it.
stud off.
Oh, Seamus is in the chat
You're-
room answering your questions.
You're laughing, but I actually did that to get WRD.
Oh, I'm sure you
chevrons
did, bro.
On my Civic, I bought
Sure you
extended
did.
ARPs.
You just lopped off something and made it fit. I'm sure.
But
Yeah.
TCS just
Cut
said
to fit.
it limits the required face profiles that need to be made from the mold process to offset the lug pattern, etc.
Yeah.
It's much easier to make adapters in an automated turning center with pass-through headstock.
Beat him down with knowledge.
Now, Motor Trend put out this nice little paragraph right here explaining exactly what he just said and what you had said earlier, where adapting from 5 by 117 and a half would move it 0.49 inch, just like those bolt holes. So
Half
then
an
you-
inch?
Yeah.
Serious business.
Serious
I
business.
can't believe they didn't pick
So
just
you-
like 5 by 120 just because,
That would've
hey, at
been
least
so
it would
sick.
fit some cars.
Yeah. That's interesting because it's 5 by 117 and a half. They must have figured out some sort of math.
Something in the middle.
There's
Some sort of
probably
math
that,
that's
that
like-
spread of the lugs is also so strong and how thick they make the material.
Yeah.
All that probably works.
Also, if they picked like 5x120, then people would be like, "Oh, well, then now they're only making it for this car." So
Beamers, yeah.
yeah, so they had to make it fit no car, so that
Would have
people would-
rocked.
Actually, no, that's smart. If it fits no car, then you have to
Exactly.
buy
You have to do the adapter. That's why
Boom,
they
they
did
made
it.
their money back.
You know what? I'm curious. I got to know how much these things cost.
Yeah.
They're probably not out yet. They didn't
I don't
just
think
announce
the
it.
pricing is
July
out
of
yet.
2022 is their release.
They must
So-
have a price.
What?
Then that's close.
That's what it said.
Already?
Yeah.
Is that an old press release?
That was Motor Trend in May 27th of 2022.
Yeah.
So I think they might be a little behind, but the drive 5 days ago, but nothing from actual BBS that says anything. So
Yeah. Supply shortages.
yeah.
Okay, well,
You know
that's crazy stuff.
You know who's not doing this? Rhoda, and they're fine.
Still making the best wheels.
Yeah.
They're still doing God's work.
Yeah, no pricing though, unfortunately. So, bummer.
I hate
Yeah,
to see it.
I'd be
Uh,
very interested to
what
see
else?
what the cost is.
Do I have anything here? Oh, I have one we can all laugh at. It's actually pretty funny. MG's all-electric Mazda Miata rival arriving in April. So, MG is putting out an all-electric car.
Oh,
And let me
boy.
give you some stats on that all-electric car that they claim is going to kind of rival a Miata, which may not be the fastest, but is reliable and usable. They claim that this car that they're putting out is going to have a 500-mile range and a 0 to 60 time in under 3 seconds with an all-wheel drive option. So I think this seems like a bit of a stretch.
That ain't it.
What are you looking for? Are you looking for this?
Is there pictures of it?
If you search like just MG's all electric, it should be able to come up. It looks like it's the MG CEV. Would be a name.
So it's an SUV?
No, it looks pretty good, but I don't think obviously this isn't going to be what we get. Also, I don't know if this car's ever going to come out
It's
or
not coming
work.
to America. I bet you that.
So
It's an MG,
C.
notorious for electronics catching on fire.
Yeah,
All electric car.
yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Lucas
EV.
Electronics.
Yes.
This thing?
A car looks cool. This is what. That's close enough. It's not what I'm seeing.
I'm
but
into the
sure.
red top.
Yeah. But either way, I think this is funny to think
say
MG making their comeback with an all-electric Miata fighter of some sort. Now, it would have made more sense if they were going to put another car. If it wasn't, it was just kind of a high-strung, efficient, kind of mid-grade power car that they could actually make work.
To feature
Yeah.
scissor doors,
Yeah, this isn't anywhere close to what I'm looking at.
steering yoke, and 3 cockpit displays.
No, it's not even
That's not what Corey's looking.
not even close.
We're
Scissor doors.
All right. We're going to move on from this.
Did Will.i.am create this thing?
He
Better-
might have.
better luck next
doors.
time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I have for news.
Yeah, I don't have any other news.
We did go on a field trip that we didn't talk about. Are we not going to talk about that?
We can talk about that. Yeah, we can talk about that. I went on a field trip to TCS today.
We did.
What a shop.
It was wonderful. Big shout.
He's in the
Seamus
chat. He's in the chat right now. But yeah, it pumping out some incredible work there. We get to see the fit
Really nice.
that we discussed last week. It's wild in person.
I think we both got a ride in the CRZ with the
CRZ.
K20 swap.
Yep.
The Modern Man's CRX.
Yep.
And it is fucking hilarious. When that VTEC kicks in, yo,
It's very loud.
very loud.
I was quite surprised how much I liked the interior.
Pretty cool in there.
It was nice and comfy.
Yeah.
It was good.
Big boy friendly,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
Yep.
It was, I've always liked the look of those cars. Seamus kind of went above and beyond with his.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
It's sick.
As
Very
he seems
cool.
to do.
And obviously the fit we talked about last time was there, and you get some footy of it, etc.
Yep.
So we'll see that in a release soon.
Yes.
CRZ is actually a good looking car. I really
Great-looking car.
couldn't have put my finger on what it looked like until I Googled it.
And Seamus could walk us through all the things, but basically he said, that car in about 20 grand could have a really, really nice setup machine with a K series.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the CRZ is like the hybrid ultra mile.
It's
Miling
was it
looking-
was it a
That's
hybrid or was it
side
full?
skirts.
Yeah,
It's a hybrid. Hybrid.
It's
Yeah.
a hybrid with side skirts.
They
Yeah,
made
yeah.
hybrids, but I think they
Yeah.
also have one with just a straight fit engine. It's like pretty much the same thing.
Mm.
I don't think they did.
yeah. I thought they were all hybrid.
I think they're all hybrid.
Are they all hybrid?
I think they're
I'm
all
sure
hybrid. He'll tell us.
Seamus will correct us in
Yeah,
the
he'll.
chat.
But what
shit
a
on me in
great
second.
shop! What
Yeah.
a beautiful setup, and those guys got it dialed in over there. It was really
It's,
really cool to see.
So many cool projects going on.
Yeah, really hard to
Photogenic
focus your
shop.
attention on anything.
Yeah. And, he's like, oh, it's kind of dirty. He's, 'Cause
Yeah, it's his
obviously he's
daily.
biased. It's his stuff. Well, or even just the
Oh,
shop.
I bought
in
a
general.
shop. Yeah, that's the craziest thing
And
I've
it's
ever
just
heard.
like-
Shop was beautiful.
Yeah, it's just wild.
I mean, I get what he's going for if it was a brand new spot, but man, I owned a shop for a long time and it was never looked at anything like this place.
Yeah, like I could put my camera bag on the floor and I wasn't like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah,
It was
eat off
just
the
yeah,
floor.
this is perfectly fine.
Wrong, Shook.
Yeah, they're all hybrid. I could have sworn. Well, whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? But that shop is very photogenic. Like,
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is. The way everything with the lifts, like where the car was set up, that
the
was
lift
awesome.
in the window and like where the car was, that the beams of light coming in, and you could see like the, just a little bit of the particulate in the air.
Oh, just you wait, buddy.
It's
you
just
wait.
it's just nice to see
It's a little magical in there.
for the first time in a while, probably since we were in Circe's shop, where you walk in and there's a dyno, there's a production area, there's a big 3-axis mill.
Things
There's
make sense.
cars
And
on lifts. Cars the whole time we're there, different cars getting worked on a little
Yeah.
bit here and there. Really cool Japanese stuff. Really
Yeah.
wild American stuff.
things are not in shambles and
no, not even
scrambling to look for parts.
racks
It's-
of nice engines. Like, it was
everything-
beautiful.
Everything has a place, makes sense. There's a plan. There's clipboards with what is going to happen. Again, the fab room, super cool. Just clearly shows the operation that they have running over there. It's awesome.
If you're
And-
looking to build something and not looking to fuck around,
yeah,
TCS is probably the guy you want to call right now
and
before he books up for the winter.
the array of vehicles, JDM stuff,
crazy.
domestic stuff.
Dude, Evo 7,
Yeah, yeah.
FDs, what hand
handful
drive
of
you want, they
FDs,
got it.
Lotus stuff. It's just lots of cool stuff in there, and all
lots of cool K series and things.
heavy
E30,
geared.
whew.
Oh my god, the E30 with the K series was one of the cleanest cars I've ever seen. It's just so
What color
so
was it?
good, white.
White.
Okay.
It's got to be probably the best driving car ever.
Oh well, that's the thing is
Balance of
I
E30
forgot.
with a
Imagine so.
K-series
I
engine.
forgot what he said. He's in the chat. I'm sure he'll chime in for power that thing made. But my comment was like, "Oh, this thing could make 200 horsepower, and it's going to be one of the
Yeah, it was like
funnest
it was,
cars
it
ever
was
to
two
drive."
something, 230.
It
Yeah,
was
I
making
think
it
that's
like
what it was.
stock. You could do, like, he'll probably chime in on this, but like the basic sauce is a K24 bottom end, like a 06 to 08 TSX Type S block,
Yep. K20
And then-
head.
K20 head, Z3 or A2, and then you just throw Drag Cartel 3.2s in there with like good springs and retainers, like good 90 psi or higher springs and retainers. You degree the cams, that gives you all the power you can make. You could probably make like anywhere from 260 to 300 wheel just on 93,
Paradise, buddy. Paradise.
and that's all motor. That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, big wiring area. It's just,
Yeah,
it's just cool.
everything's set up very, very good. We're going to do so. There will be a video of the fit coming out, or Seamus walks us through that and kind of tells us the story of that vehicle. Took a bunch of photos. Did a
He'll
bunch
be
of
back
B-roll
on,
around the
get your
shop. Yeah,
questions
he's going to come
ready.
back on, and we're going to do just kind of more filming stuff up there because we still need to do like a proper shop walkthrough, and again, kind of handle some of the other projects that he's got
We should do
going
before
on.
and after my shit.
That would be very good. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be really wild.
So yeah, that
Anyways,
was our
thanks for
little
having
field
us.
trip.
That was a blast.
It was a pleasure. What else do we? Oh, actually, we can get right into the.
I gotta jump in quick.
Okay.
So I posted that shifter on my Instagram story.
Yeah.
I have to ask who shipped it to me. Who shipped it to me? The winner of the B4B subscription.
Oh, really?
That's serious. He just messaged me now.
No way. We'll throw something
for
extra
him.
in there for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we're already sending a package,
Yep.
I would throw a little something extra in there for
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
to,
we can
to,
do that.
Cover this. So
Yeah.
yeah. He was like, I was just about to message you to see if you had actually gotten it, and I was like, listen,
That's
didn't,
awesome.
Didn't forget
That's
about
the
you.
gentleman we met at Wolf's Cart?
No,
this came
another
from-
Canadian though.
I was gonna say, yeah, this
Canadians
came
are the
from
best, dude.
Canada.
So nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Canada, man.
Yeah.
Big shouts.
I got their name now.
Want to talk about SEMA?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Hell
yes.
Hell yeah, bro.
So this was your first time?
This was my first time.
Did Mr. McGraw go lightly?
Oh yeah.
Was he
What-
gentle?
Yeah. Like I went with a British guy and
I'm
an
going to
Italian
give
guy.
you the whole load today.
Hey now. Yeah, I'm not a Vegas guy.
Yep.
But it was awesome.
You work in booths or what?
Yep. We had
Booth
to
babe?
so people who don't know, Mondays, well basically the Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday is SEMA setup day.
Mm-hmm.
And they, you build your booth like you literally. Here's your square. Build your booth.
Yep.
So everybody's building their booths. We got there Monday. Paul Master already knows what he's doing. We had some furniture problems, but boom, got the booth built up. He's like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm going back to the room for a few hours. And I was like, I'm going to walk around. And I proceeded to walk around about 7-8 miles that first day.
No
Yep.
shit.
A lot of stuff wasn't set up, but I saw lots of other stuff. It's as crazy and as wild as everybody thought. My instant thing was, dang, this is like the Summit catalog come to life.
Yeah.
Every single brand you've ever heard of I've been into cars since I got my license, 30 years. So, every single brand is basically there with a booth. And then there's also a billion other booths that you never even heard of this company. It's giant. Again, we had a 10 by 20 foot little booth against the wall. I believe last week, Josh, you were talking about no big vehicle manufacturers. Wrong.
Wrong.
Dodge holding it down with an
Really?
LED wall that must cost at least $1 gazillion.
They changed it pretty significantly, though, to what they used to have. Because
Probably.
Ford and, because VW is still there.
I know, but you were just saying, like, there's no big manufacturers. But Dodge was definitely there.
Yeah.
They had that e-charger thing.
Ugh.
But you know what's great about it? It's got
Charger.
some meats on it. It has some really big
Nicholas?
blank sidewalled rubber tires on it. And I was like, oh, man, meats are making a comeback.
Yeah.
Love to see that.
But then also Lexus, Toyota have basically one whole wall 40 feet out, like this one whole area for Lexus and Toyota. Lots of GR Corollas there.
Really?
I'm hella in love with that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I know I have a pretty nice daily. And
Time to throw a white one on order. Get rid
there's
of that hog.
I already inquired. I have a Toyota Connection. And
I inquired as well. How did you make out?
I got laughed at.
Yeah.
I got laughed at that there's only 1,500. It's like ridiculous. Why they're
Kind
not
of.
making right? All right, say they make freaking 4,500. Still, that's nothing.
The first year, yeah.
I know, but really definitely love the GR Corolla. They had like a full wide body spec one with rally wheels on it. It's pretty nice. They had a lot of pace cars, a super pace car, AE86 pace car, Corolla GR pace car.
Is this from history?
No, these
Or
are all like
just
brand
stuff
new
that
ones
they-
ready
okay.
for series this year.
Okay. Oh, yeah. They did say with the release of the GR Corolla, they were going to have that 86 league. I forgot
And they're
what it's
all like
called,
the
but-
Toyota red, white, and black colors,
Yeah.
which is my
Nice.
favorite color scheme. But
Yeah.
they had a gray. I think it's a circuit pack, which is the one step up Corolla GR.
Yeah.
I was loving it.
Yeah, that's the one with the
dig
crazy
it.
carbon roof
Yeah,
and
the
all that.
core,
Yeah.
the circuit, and then like the Mishimoto.
Yeah,
whatever
the mozzarella edition.
Mozzarella.
Yeah.
So they had a pretty big booth. I got notes here because it's overwhelming. First thing walking in, and I forget, and I shouldn't forget, but you don't know until you see it. Trucks are pretty big in America.
Yeah.
Not
Dude.
physically the size, and how many people like trucks.
Oh,
Dude, trucks
yeah.
are the thing.
Like, I think of SEMA as just hot rod show, hot rod aftermarket parts. Yeah, trucks are winning.
Yeah.
70% of SEMA is trucks. Trucks.
And truck accessories.
Trucks.
I mean,
trucks.
our neighbors here, shout out to Katie Designs. We got to talk about the toy drive later, but he does so much truck stuff.
Truck stuff, dude.
Unbelievable. Nonstop truck stuff.
Face down, ass up. That's how I like the truck.
Yeah.
The roof parachute, very popular.
Yep.
Everybody with their
roof parachute.
pop-up, whatever, fabric
Yeah.
on their roof. Chuck, I know you're into the taco overlanding.
Big overland guy over here.
I fucking hate it.
Do you?
Really?
I like the bro dozers more than the freaking overlanding.
You're not an overland guy? I could see you out in the woods where you're
It's
at
so
grabbing
easy
overland.
to pose overlanding posing.
Yeah, dude.
Look
That's
at all
why
my
it's great.
jerry cans. What are you keeping there? Fucking fairy dust? What the
Buddy.
hell?
I see.
We'll get you into something. We'll get you into something nice.
No, I
Just
got
give me
enough
like
cars.
a $30,000 budget.
No.
We'll get you,
I'm
we'll get you on
over it.
the old
Um,
Baja kit.
You're going to start to be able to buy them right from the OEM.
I know. Well, so Volkswagen has a monster booth It's like the halls. At first they had like the Tarox breaks. We're gonna talk about that more towards the end. But who I was a guest of, who I was working for, got me in the door. They're in like the hot rod,
Hall.
high performance hall. But Volkswagen was in like the mobile electronics hall when
Little ice.
not really. I don't know how it was because also the Battle of the Builders was in there and other stuff. But Volkswagen, they debuted some new GLI, whatever.
The wide body.
Whipple
thing.
was involved in that project. I
Yeah,
believe.
Rotiform. Yep.
Yeah.
I had a nice conversation with Jason Whipple.
Yeah.
I didn't think he knew where I was, but apparently he did after we talked for 15 minutes. Also, he has the Porsche design Maverick watch.
Yeah.
He was rocking it. I was like, oh, and I seen it at the end. I kind of lost all concentration in our conversation. I was like, oh, shit, he's got the watch.
Yeah.
Damn it. I want that watch. Anyways, so yeah, they had a GLI. They had some new GTI with some accessories, Mark 8. It looked pretty good. Me and Mr. McGraw were checking it out. We both joked how the radiator was going to fall out immediately. They had a Mark 4 R32 there.
Yeah.
Looked really good. They had the Mark 8, the anniversary edition one.
Yeah, the one that's coming.
I don't know what special shit it has. I don't care
Yeah,
about
I
new
don't
cars
really
enough.
give a-
But then their main section now, where they actually, because that was just literally a cutaway seat container with some seats in it and 4 cars in the concrete, like lame. But then they had a whole big fake overlanding area.
Overland, let's
Yeah, I
go.
got my overlanding Taos, my overlanding fucking electric SUV, CUV,
Yep.
Yeah.
my overlanding Atlas,
Nothing like overland and electric. You don't fill that up
overlanding
right in the
everything.
Sahara.
Blah
Yeah.
blah. I'm over it. I was like, this is stupid. Get me out of here. Hey, just give my opinion. Maybe you're into that sort of stuff. Yeah, like I said, I walk between 7 and 10 miles a day just at the show. Paul and his boss Renato from Italy, they were walking from the hotel every day, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take the monorail.
That's crazy.
guys. I'm gonna waste my miles walking around.
You know what's wild? When I went to SEMA, which we were talking about earlier, was a long time ago. There was a shitload of trucks there then as well. Overland wasn't a thing, but it was like dozers and
just-
super lifts, and there were a couple of roof tents.
Just even, I know they call it overlanding now. I could have sworn it used to be called 4x4ing, right? Hello, four-wheeling.
That's never
Wheeling.
existed before.
Right, the hipsters got into it. Now it's overlanding.
Well, now the hipsters
Ugh.
can't do a full day.
Is anyone
4x4,
underlanding?
so they-
what's
so they can't.
underlanding?
You got to get aquatic.
Oh my god!
You can't do a full day of 4x4, and you got to camp out
It's
there.
just fancy, unhoused, is all it is.
I guess.
It's like,
unhoused.
yeah, it's like between homes.
So they have the outside. Shout out to Upstate Mike.
I mean, Tacoma holds better value than a home at this point.
You're probably right if you owned enough. Shout out to Upstate Mike.
Big shout out to Upstate
Mike, who works for Wheel Pros, but he's also doing a lot of the Hoonigan stuff in the Burn Yard, which is basically a Jersey buried in where people just do crazy burnouts and smash their vehicles into the Jersey barriers
It's fucking mayhem.
as they smoke out let's see, a quarter-mile radius of smoke. There's a monorail above. That got stopped because there was so much smoke it couldn't see, so they had to shut it down
This
momentarily.
is the point of the monorail. You don't have to see
Like, I don't know, but still.
There's
someone
not-
on the track.
There's
Who
a
knows?
lane it could veer off
Who
into.
knows? But as I'm in the building, 50 yards, you can still see like this one window, and it's just pure smoke. You can't, it looks like the world is on fire.
Those boys know how to have a good time.
Correct. And then like 90 seconds later, again, you're 50 yards into the building, and the tire smoke waft just comes through. Just the smell. I'm like, wow, those guys are having a good time out there. And like the crowds around it were insane. I mean,
Yeah, as they were getting pelted with hot burning rubber.
and
whole
I
tires.
mean,
Yeah.
have we determined that burning rubber is definitely not cancerous? Have we? Is it confirmed? Because there's going to be some problems.
We don't.
We ain't trying to get sued.
I don't think we talked about that.
Yeah, I mean, woo. But yeah, shout out to them. I got a little Hoonigan's pass, so I could just walk up in there like I'm big timing.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
slapping high fives, everybody.
Not
Good
really,
gaming.
but I would just basically the monorail was packed right when the show closed at 5 every day. So
You tell Scott we said what's up.
I saw him walk by and I was like, hey, that's a tall drink of water right there. Look at that guy. Like 6, 7 feet fucking tall. I
Yeah,
saw
he's
the
a
whole
big
crew.
dude.
That's another thing. I don't care. I'm a freaking mid 40-year-old man. I was fanboying out to so many people.
Yeah,
that I
who's
see
your
on the
dreamscape?
TV, that I see on the internet.
Did you get
And I'm
anybody
just
to
like,
sign
oh.
your nipple?
No, but funny things. I made a list here too. Soon as we've just finished setting up, Is it the first day? No, maybe it was like the night. Magnus Walker walks by all alone, and I almost like,
Do you help?
couldn't
Sure.
say hi to him, but I was like, oh, look at that dude just walks by. Mike Burrows came by. Paul, who's running the Tarx booth, McGraw, he knows Mike Burrows. I ended up having a conversation with Mike Burrows. Now he is as cool as he appears on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
A serious, genuine dude who's not turning it on for YouTube. He's just real as fuck, I guess you could say. Like, I love him even more now.
Did you see the hidden camera video they did with him?
No.
So like two people go up to him and they're like, hey, yeah, we're from like the SEMA organization, whatever. And we're going through and kind of checking off the cars that we approve to be in here. And like your car isn't what it's advertised to be. You advertise it as being a Ferrari and it doesn't have a Ferrari engine. Like, we're going to need you to remove it from the show. We have a tow truck here if you can push it outside now.
They were
Mike's
pranking him?
Yeah, and he's just like looking at him. He's like, you're going to need to explain this to me again. And he just keeps saying, you're going to need to explain this to me. And then he calls over the guy whose booth he's in, the CF radiator. And the guy's like, we lost the keys. And then they're like, we have a tow truck. He's like, no keys. It's just like, and then finally, Mike's like looking around. He's like, what the fuck's going on right now? And they're like, yeah, you're on this like weird. They did it to a few other people, but
Really? Oh, that's hilarious,
but
actually.
like kept his cool the whole time. Meanwhile, I would have been like, I'm just walking away from these people. Like,
Yeah. Oh, my God. That's hilarious. So, yeah, I end up talking to him. Like I said earlier, the whole Hoonigan crew. The whole crew walking together like it looks like they're best friends on the internet, and it appears maybe they're best buddies too.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about where they're going out to eat and stuff. And it's just weird. I saw Scotto, I think in like 2000 on Long Island at a full moon, full throttle kart thing, VW.
Yeah.
Like, but all those other guys, you're like, oh, wow, these are real people. And then again, I've been to Cars Forever, all those shows that were on like regular cable on Saturdays and Sundays, Power, whatever.
Overhauling or whatever the hell.
No,
Yeah.
Overhauling was different. This was like
powerhouse.
Power Nation or whatever. Like, so I see all those dudes. Like,
Yeah.
they haven't been on the show for probably a decade. I'm like, oh, I remember that dude. He was on that show. Oh, I remember that dude. He's on that show.
See my girl Faye out
Today.
there
We're
Who?
throwing a
The girl
hog
Faye?
ass cam.
from All Girls Garage.
Yes, I saw Bogey. I didn't see Christy Lee. I was looking for her. But Faye is the Pixie Dust,
Yeah.
Pistons and Pixies. Yes. I saw the Rye Wire hanging out with Mike. Said hi. He was hanging out. Good guy. Short in stature, I would say. Much more than I thought.
That was the best of us.
Here's a funny one. And I spotted him because, again, tall and skinny. Adam LZ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My man had an entourage.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's on purpose, but it just worked out as they were making their way through.
Yeah.
That like they were surrounding him, like nobody could
Were they
get
just
to him.
slamming little kids' faces?
We gotta move. We gotta move Adam
Yeah.
from one end of the convention center to the other one. And they're
Was
like,
there somebody with eyeglasses and holding their ear?
no,
Is that-
but almost,
Get him out of here.
dude. And I was
Yeah.
like, and I was explaining to Paul and Renato that like I was like, that dude is huge because they don't even watch YouTube.
He's a
They don't-
content machine.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a gazillion, he's a millionaire. The marketing, content, the whole works. So I saw him. Funny story. I'm walking. Williams Racing has a
Yep.
booth. They have the previous generation car and the current generation car.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And they have two simulators there.
It's very
That's super
strange.
cool.
I don't know what they're selling. I have no idea. So I'm walking over there and I see Yost Capito. He is the team manager. Okay. He's got his Williams vest on, like, it looks like some European nerd, whatever. As I'm like, see him and I'm kind of walking towards him, I bump into somebody. I look up. Oh, it's Tanner Faust. And I was like, oh shit, Tanner, let me get a selfie, which I am just not a selfie person. But I
Please
was
tell
like,
me you got one.
I'll be honest, I was fucking totally fanboyed out. And he's like, yeah, sure thing, man. He's the coolest dude.
Did you
And
push him down?
No, I took a selfie with
Where is
Tanner
it? Let's
Faust.
see it.
I got it right in the phone. I'll show you in a minute.
I want. I
Were you
gotta
So
see
I
it.
ripped a selfie. So then,
Did you kiss him on the cheek?
no, but I was just like, because I known Tanner since even before Top Gear. And then he was the VW guy, McLaren guy, Top Gear, like whatever. It's a cool dude. So then I was like waiting to talk to Yost Capito because he's the Williams Formula One team manager, but he was the VW Motorsport WRC team manager forever. So I was like, I got to get a selfie with him. So then I got a selfie with Yost. And he was like, oh, yeah, sure, come over here. Yeah, dude. And I got a selfie with him. Here's a funny one because I have a friend Scott Mason. We've been friends for 20-something years.
Mason Tech.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back in the days.
Scott Mason.
Yeah.
And there's a guy on a TV show called Gears. His name is Stacey David.
Yeah.
And if you Stacey David has some hair on him. Okay, this
Sure,
hair.
can we get a photo of Stacey David?
Stacey David has had this hairdo since the '80s, and he is not fucking letting it go.
I love
Even
that.
though
I think I
he's
know
60
exactly
Oh,
who
something
this
dude,
now.
do
Yeah, I know
ever.
exactly
Okay,
who this
so
guy.
Oh,
there's
dude.
the hairdo. Okay,
Oh, I know that guy.
This guy.
right. So you see the hair. He ain't quitting on that hair. So Scott texts me, dude, Stacey David's there. I want pictures of the hair. I was like, you got it, bud. So on one of my many journeys around, I fucking found him. A sneak shot of the hair, and let's just say he is holding on for dear life with that hair.
That's amazing.
He is. I'm sure he's not gonna listen to this podcast, but Stacey,
Nah, he
just
listens.
Let it go, bro.
Dude, that's a vibe.
Let
content-
the hair go.
His like engine building content is actually like very
No.
educational. It's unbelievable.
Okay, you really want to know? The DVR still records it.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
You really want to know? It's all on YouTube.
I'm sure, but I'm just saying the DVR still picks it up. But
He's been filming forever.
correct. Humble Mechanic Charles, I saw him. His Mark 8.
How's he doing with his? Didn't he recently have
Well,
an issue?
034 like just totally sponsored it, and he kind of gave it to them, and they put all their parts in real quick and brought it to SEMA. He's very upfront that I didn't build this. I'm not a car builder. Kind of just they needed a car quick, and I had one, and I gave it to them, and they put all the parts on, and now it's here.
Yeah.
Nice enough guy. Ryan Turek.
Best guy.
So Mobile One has a big booth.
They have a shirt on.
Yeah, he did. The
Pegasus.
Huna Pegasus
Yeah.
was there.
Terrible name.
Correct. Full race car. I don't think anybody understands what that livery means. But anyways, that was there. The whole back clamshell was on its own little rack showing it off. But dig that. But the Ryan Turek's Toyota Scout pickup truck, the wide body,
Yeah.
fucking sick. He didn't have the hood open, so I don't think it's done. But it's fucking dope. It's so dope.
Yeah.
Definitely a fan. And then as it was Matt Crook.
Yep.
As we all know.
Classic. How tall is that guy?
Well, I was going to say, Matt Crook, he's huge, but you guys don't know, he is huge in the industry.
Yeah.
He is fucking somebody. He's no longer with 5052. He does a whole bunch of his own stuff. And number one, he's the best guy ever. But number two, he's 6'10".
Yeah.
And I swear to God, talking to him, I'm like staring up at the lights, like squinting because the dude is.
I saw him get out of
High
his
can
Porsche
be.
at Luft, and I was like, how the fuck did he fit in there?
We had a whole conversation how he can't fit into a VW pickup truck and that we want to put him in one for funny things.
Photos.
and that,
like a
but-
caddy?
Yep. Met some other people. Rabbitmeister, Bobby Ullman. He's a Mark I guy. Hung out with him. Talked to him. Chris Kluel from back in the day in Vortex. He's got his own media thing going
Oh,
now.
yeah, Overcrest.
Of
Yeah,
Productions.
yeah.
He's a funny
Is that how you pronounce
dude.
his last name?
Oh, yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Oh.
I walked right up to him and was like, dude, back in the Vortex, back in the day, I fucking hated you. I wanted to fucking reach
Yeah,
the
he was a
computer
cunt.
and kill you.
Yeah.
I was like, now that we're older, I love your opinions. I love that you have your opinions and fuck everybody. You
Small
don't care.
man.
Yeah. Oh, very, very petite. Yes, very petite.
Petite, yes.
And
yeah.
he also recently shaved his beard and now he looks like a fucking 11-year-old instead of a 13-year-old. Sorry, Chris, if you're listening. Jimmy Oaks walked by. Now, I'm not a big Jimmy Oaks watcher. I have watched some videos, but friends are. So I was just like, hey, what's up, dude? And another cool guy, just like, what's up? I was like, what are you doing? He goes, I don't know. Kind of just doing the influencer thing, walking around like, I don't know what we're doing here, whatever.
You could game him, say it was from Shook.
What? No.
Slap him in the butt, say it's
No,
from Shook.
but he's super good, dude. I didn't know him. Obviously, I sent a picture because when he was talking to us at the booth, or he was walking by the booth, and I was like, hey, what's up? And then we started chatting because I could tell like they had no plate. They were just wandering. But someone else
Was it
like
with
grabbed
Stevie?
him and was
Wasn't
like,
Stevie
hey.
up there?
Oh, the
Yeah.
whole crew was there supposedly because I
That's
sent the
sick.
picture because what happened was somebody's like, oh, guys, can I get a picture, whatever? And they were so nice to this fan. And they all like took a bunch of pictures. And then Renato and Paul are like, who's that guy? I go, I'm not explaining it again, but he's really big YouTube guy. Like, okay?
Yeah.
He's a real big deal. And they were like super cool. They ended up walking by the booth a couple times saying what's up. And I sent pictures to like Terry and Kirk and Kevin. They were like, oh, this guy's there, that guy's there. I'm like, I don't fucking know who everybody
Yeah.
is. Larry from Ammo NRC walks by the booth, and I was like, Larry, love your stuff. He's like, thanks, buddy. Just total fanning out. I don't give a shit, dude.
It's amazing.
Yeah, Larry's fucking the man, dude.
Constance Nunez. Do you guys know who she is?
No.
So she has a show on Netflix. She was like the first one to have or she had the first big car show that was like streaming on Netflix. She's a real hottie, super hottie. She was model. She was doing autograph signings at the Swiss Tracks booth, which was diagonal to us.
Swiss
Couple
Tracks,
signings.
yeah.
So she was there, and because our booth is nearby, people in the line is going around, and like our booth was the last booth before the line was like getting in the way. I mean, you should type in Constance Nunez right now.
No way.
You were able to say hi to her?
No, but
Okay, I was gonna say.
I basically stared at her. Actually, I could have, but everyone was stopping. Like, who's this chick? Exactly. Everybody's like, who's this chick? Who's this chick?
Oh,
And-
I have never even seen this girl before.
No, well, she's got millions of followers. Because I thought, I was like, who's bigger, her or Christy Lee? Nunez has a lot of followers.
Good for her.
Click her gram. Oh,
Oh, I'm not. We're not doing that.
No, I want to see how many followers. If it's
What
on
are you-
Instagram, it's fucking fine.
It's on Instagram.
What's the
That's
show? I
debatable.
never even
Alright,
knew.
well.
Don't worry, I'll do your job.
It's right on the Instagram profile if somebody would bring it up. But she has this own, like a 60s Mustang she works on.
Yeah.
Sick.
I followed her forever, whatever, because she actually wrenches on shit. I remember she posted like a video, and she was like, they're filming her trying to break this bolt free. She has her hand on the ratchet with like it closed, right? And she's pushing. I go, you're going to bust the knuckle, lady. And of course it broke free, and she smashes her hand into whatever, and it's bleeding. I was like, I told you got to keep the hand open as you're pushing. You know, I was laughing, but as I talked to the TV screen. You know, you see Larry Chen. Larry Chen's so funny. He's got 4 cameras hanging around him, as always. Like, I saw him like 10 times for the week. There was 4 cameras at all times, and the red neck covering that
Little
maybe
gator.
turns into a face covering. And then I guess he's big, and I don't know him because I also know there's a billion other YouTube stars there that I don't know.
Yeah,
I just don't know. But Chris Fix,
I don't know who that is.
it's a huge YouTube
I've heard-
thing.
I've
I
heard the
just
name.
heard about him recently.
But apparently he never shows his face.
Yeah, he just wears a white helmet.
Right. So
Yeah.
I was like, who's this fucking kid on the stage they're talking to with a helmet on? He goes,
Yeah.
I said, actually, maybe he's paranoid of COVID. That's a pretty good way. And then like I learned who he is and that he's never showed himself in any of the YouTube videos. So he wears a white helmet around the whole time. And I
Oh,
was
that's
like,
terrible. It's like the Daft Punk of the industry. If you never show yourself, I see. The whole point is if you never show yourself, you just walk around like a normal dude.
Yeah, like after the interview, he goes back,
but
takes
if
the
you're
fucking
up-
helmet off, walks
Yeah.
I
around.
know I saw him like 3 times over the week with the helmet on. He had a black one and a white one.
That's
Josh.
Okay. Yeah,
Which
I
is
don't know.
funny.
Like the first time I seen him was from SEMA was giving away an award, and it was like him, Adam LZ, and somebody else. And then
Okay.
I think actually Larry posted it and said like, "Oh, you know, no pictures of Chris for obvious reasons." I'm like, wait, what's
What
what's
reason?
wrong?
funny.
What's wrong with this poor guy? But he's just got a helmet on.
And actually, Jared was one who gave the awards away. From
Oh,
F1.
really?
Jared, yeah,
From,
yeah.
not F1, FD.
Yeah.
That guy's the best.
Yeah.
Sat next to him at Ben's wedding.
A certain level
Best
of
dude ever.
respect to wear the costume 24/7.
Oh, at the airport. We'll go back, but at the airport on the way home. So I get to the airport, you know, get through security in all of 90 seconds. So now I have 2
Yeah,
freaking
Vegas
hours.
airport gets it done.
Right. As I'm walking around, so get me Auntie Anne's pretzel dog there because
Oh my God, the best. They make the best pretzel, dude.
Dude, it
And
was the hot
lemonade
dog with the pretzel around it, and
around
it was
it.
one of the best hot dogs I've had in a really long time, which is hilarious. But anyways, I go to find a place to sit down. I finally find a place to sit down, and I look up, and who is literally where I'm sitting, there's like an opposite chair, tiny little walkway, and then like this fencing. And who's right on the other side of the fencing? Dave Kindig and his whole family are sitting there at the California Pizza Kitchen from Bitchin' Rides, like eating their food. And I'm just like, wow, even like these people are stuck at the airport too. So I'm ripping funny pictures because I'm just don't have the nerve. But then like some people spot him and they're asking for autographs, and he couldn't have been in the night again.
Yeah, yeah,
He's eating with his wife,
Yeah.
his daughter, and I believe probably his daughter's boyfriend, or I don't know if he has a son, but yeah. So
So
he's just there.
I'd have to say one thing, especially with like, dare I say, car celebrities, right? They're still all people. Like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
not actors.
I know,
You
but
what mean?
that's what I'm telling you. Like, I'm a full fanboy.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
these
yeah.
are just regular ass people.
But
Like,
and that's the
whatever.
thing is like everybody's generally so nice and just kind of understanding of it. It's cool to see and hear versus I was told of a certain person in a certain band that wears face makeup that was a real fucking cunt not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, that's a bummer
And
because
it's not
every
ICP.
single person I saw was super nice, and it was just hilarious seeing all these people like come to life.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Be there in reality.
What about
Yeah.
the cars?
So the first day walking around, there's a Corvette, and I sent a picture. It's a 60s Corvette. It's kind of like wide bodied out, but it has like this pinch down the side and they extended it. Just amazing build. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And it's sitting on the BASF stand.
Yep.
And I'm a freaking idiot. Like I can, even though I can't do it, I can pick shit apart. Like you could have done this better. Some people can do it. Flawless.
What do you mean a pinch down the side? Like a new body line?
No. Like the way the car is styled. Let me bring up a picture.
Because I saw something on Facebook recently where they were like purposely
What do you call
hammering-
like that line down the whole side of it?
Like the waistline?
Yeah, that waistline was extended to make it like a wider body.
I gotcha.
Oh.
That
Yeah,
you
yeah.
barely can tell.
So it looks OEM. Yeah.
Yeah, you could barely tell, but it had like flat paint that I was like, yo, that shit is
Big in on?
nice.
Yeah.
I have learned, I've seen it before, I've heard of them before. I saw some stuff on TVs over the years. Ring Brothers.
Yep.
I look at
They
I was like,
debuted a wild car, right?
they had 4 cars. Their car won Battle of the Builders though. But I see a car, I start checking out. I'm like, oh, this thing is sick. And Ring Brothers car.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it and like every little detail. Oh, it's like
I don't
over
know
the
if I know
top,
if,
but it's still super clean and
Yeah.
well executed. It's not too crazy. So all their cars, Ring Brothers. I mean, so then they had whatever, like 1,000 horsepower little truck thing that won Battle of the Builders. It was
Okay, I
insane.
see. Yeah.
It was totally insane. Bring
Is
up.
it all on Instagram?
Oh, definitely.
You should.
Yeah, this thing's very, very
Which
cool.
one? They had a '69
The-
Camaro-ish,
the little
a
truck.
white one. That
feel
was
like you
literally like
should've,
2 booths over, and then what
Yeah,
else?
the little
they-
truck is very cool.
That's the little truck. Right there, boom. That he's doing a burnout in it right there.
Ooh.
Doesn't give a fuck. That one, Battle of the Builders, center lock HREs, tons of carbon fiber. He's doing the whole pie cut titanium stuff.
Lobster
Right
tails.
there, click on that one in the middle. Yeah,
Wow, that thing's cool.
NASCAR tires. Literally,
Yeah.
the only thing I like about it was that they didn't shave the tires, and you could see those not the side logos, but the logos
Center.
on the other part.
Yeah.
Kind of a bummer, but thing is badass. Like there's so many details. It's unreal. Like there's a battery in the back in the center right by the bumper. And then they have this little fuse distribution thing and it has this like carbon fiber little thing on it. Like so gnarly.
The taillights are my favorite part.
Yep. It has
love how they're, like,
inboard
slim.
push rod suspension. But they also had a Bronco truck that was sick. Paul liked that. That white Camaro right there was right by our booth. I don't have a still picture. Maybe that right there. That was Strode or something it's called.
Oh, that.
That thing was dope. So the roof you can tell is channeled down.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there. But like, so if you know about classic muscle cars, they all have roping glass.
Yeah.
Where the glass is put in with like a gasket, you rope it in. These are all flushed in, glued in glass to make it modern glass. Every
Yeah.
little detail is
Jeez.
ridiculously so good.
I watched some video where like these guys would purposely hammer the quarter panels to pin line like this.
Yeah, but look at the way the quarter panel flares out and they keep that line going horizontal.
Yeah,
Same
this
in the
is
front.
cool to the
with
bumper back.
Yes, this freaking
don't-
That's
so
wild.
sick, dude.
You don't get like cool styling cues like that anymore. Everything looks like
Yep.
a fucking.
The Ring
Nissan
Brothers
Altima.
are the masters of it.
Well,
though.
the
like,
belt line has to be so high now for safety. It sucks.
the-
Yeah.
like you see the 2 little supports on the lower chin spoiler, like right there,
Yeah, that's sick.
there. Like I'm looking at it, I'm like, those totally don't need to be there, but they're totally fucking awesome
yeah.
that
Yeah.
they're there. They use a lot of carbon fiber type stuff. Totally. Every car I was like, oh, this thing's awesome. Oh, it's a Ring Brothers.
I want to see
Oh,
the
right
bay
there,
of
that
thing.
Bronco,
Oh.
that K right there. There's your overlanding. They ain't posing.
Look at that. Holy shit.
Paul was a
that's
definite
cool.
fan of that one. Under the hood is gnar.
Oh,
Definitely
wheels are
0.8
sick,
liter
dude.
accelerated.
Kirk
Oh.
wheels. This is tight, dude.
Look at the travel. Look at the arm.
It's insane, dude.
It's so sick.
That arm
The
is.
seats are dope.
I'll be
More than
honest.
half
When
the
I was
length.
looking at their cars, I was literally like, "Fuck yeah, America! We can build some cool ass shit."
Yeah.
Is there not? I want to
Definitely.
see the. Oh, this is what it looked like when they got it.
I hope
Probably.
so.
Yeah, that's cool.
They fixed it.
I want to see the bay
Um,
on that thing.
Which one?
This thing.
Oh yeah. Like there's this venting cover. So they have these beauty panels. All the hot rods do beauty panels in the engine bay. It covers the wheel wells, the
Yeah.
whole radiator. We could tell this year the big fad was that, say your car was red, the beauty panels in the bay would be like a flat red. But then some cars, the car was black, the engine bay was, say again, the interior was red. So the engine bay was red and a matte finish, just like the leather in the interior.
Yep.
So definitely tie in, and it was nuts. Josh Rivera, if you're talking about a white Mustang wide body, old 67, the panel gap's not too hot. I'll be honest, it was not good if it's the white one.
Yeah.
I don't
was
even know.
on-
what-
B is for builds.
What stand was it on? Oh, I don't remember.
White Mustang. Oh, that's okay.
Trying to think, but if it was that one, the woo.
Yeah, when you have YouTubers
Panel
going up
jobs.
against like Ring Brothers, there's
Well, here's the
Can't
thing.
be much
Okay,
competition.
all right, but here we go. I walked for days on end. Mike Burrow's build is fucking sick.
Yeah, that's
and
'cause
right
Mike's-
the fuck up
Mike's not a YouTuber though.
there. Oh, well, the only thing I want to say about Mike's is that
I mean, he does
wrap-
YouTube.
It's not painted white. It's wrapped white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing wrap job because the way his wide body, the kit is, the bolt on everything. Yeah, the Holly booth, that's what it was. Yeah. Sorry, Josh. That thing was kind of garbaggio. But not terrible, but like compared to what's there, it's not very good. But Mike Burrow's car, I think maybe the prep underneath before the wrap, and then maybe the actual quality of the wrap. Again, I'm picking. It looked like heavy orange peel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
they
that
all do.
smooth, not that shiny. Like I've seen some wrap jobs where the shit will shine. Mike's was not. But there is literally 50,000 other details
Yeah.
on Mike's car. Like, so
Yeah.
he has wheel stud kit and he has titanium lug bolts. So the titanium lug bolts, not the part that actually threads on, but say the little extension part that is the hex part.
Yeah.
On each flat part of the hex is a hollowed out hole, say for lightweightening. And I was like, look at that shit. I love the hella light covers. That's super old school.
Yeah, he was toying with that idea for a while, trying to figure out where to put headlights on the car or any sort of lighting on the car, and
What's
just totally get rid of the flip ups.
nice to see is they did like even inside the wells and stuff. Like most
For
wraps-
a wrap job, insane.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
you're looking at that bolt-on wheel arch kit, I think they might have unbolted it, wrapped the
Wrapped it.
car,
Right, and
Yeah, you
wrapped
have
the
to.
arch, bolted it back on.
Yeah, you have to. If you don't do that as a rapper, you're not doing it correctly.
His interior's perfectly sparse race car. Love it.
F40, like very like.
Yeah.
Speaking
business.
of rappers and rappers, did you guys see T-Pain's car? Did
I
you
did
guys
not.
see that? I should have brought this up in news. But T-Pain had like some car company.
Oh, that's a big to do. We should get into that like next week. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's a legit like thing. He was
Oh yeah.
he caught a scammer basically.
He got
from what-
whacked bad, but if
Yeah.
you saw this rap job, I'll get the picture so we have them for next week because I know who posted them. It's bad. Like it's almost like somebody didn't try.
You know, a lot of people talk about all the bad stuff at SEMA, and some of it is just opinionated. Like, okay, that's not your style, but how is it executed? You know, there's lots of stuff there.
I like
Dude,
the
they even did all the jams. which is-
coating he did on the exhaust stuff. Like
You see that little pressure regulator right there, bottom right-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the PCV, so it's not even positive crankcase ventilation. It's negative crankcase ventilation because he's got it all hooked up. He was explaining it to me, and I was almost like, yeah, you lost me, nerd.
Yeah.
He basically
Eyes
has a
just
pressure
crossed.
regulator for PCV or for
to allow
crankcase
pressure out of the block.
Yes, or to regulate the pressure in the block somehow. I don't exactly know.
I bet you. Seamus
But
knows all
his
about
car was just one of the best cars there. I mean,
That
it
intake
wasn't in the
manifold
Battle of the
fucks.
Builders, and I almost feel like it should have been because there was some Battle of the Builder
No.
cars there that was garbage.
Yeah.
Like whatever. Like,
The-
why is this in
What's
here?
that? A big air to water on that
Air to
thing?
water
Yeah, air to
setup.
water.
Yeah, fully
That-
custom built that.
That whole fuel filter swirl pot thing in the top left of the engine
That's
bay.
sick.
That thing, I was like, what is that? And I looked at it, I was like, oh, damn.
Is it the radium stuff?
They're
They're like pushing their shit.
I don't
so
know if it's
hard right now.
radium, but it's hella over the top. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Swarpots are like the most bizarre thing that makes so much sense when you look it up, but like
Yeah, if you have
You
a
didn't
car
really
that
see 'em
sucks
till
to bleed,
recently.
they're nice.
What?
Like my GTR, which is terrible.
Oh, there was a. So what do you call like the first GTR, the really little tiny guy?
Takasuka.
There was one with like a new motor swap. I posted a picture of it because I saw it on Monday and I was like, this shit is hot. So
No
the
shit.
whole car looks completely stock. Then the engine bay has the big new motor. But then they have it go to like the original baby blue airbox from Nissan and other stuff like that. And it was really trick.
Mhm.
There's a K Series E30 M3.
Mm-hmm. Was that the? What did Cali Tune build
C8
that?
tune, the blue one.
Trying to,
They
yeah,
had a-
C8 tune. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Igor and the boys over there. That,
Yeah.
that thing looks
That thing
ridiculous.
looks wild. We have some questions for you to answer.
Okay.
You can still, we're still in the
Okay.
midst of this, but these just kind of add to the whole SEMA experience. This comes from Paul.
Uh-oh.
Who made the
boss.
best damn rotor in the whole
Oh, yes. Well,
of the SEMA show?
so let's get into Tarox, okay? So I'm there on behalf of Tarox Brakes,
Yep.
friend of the show, friend of everybody here, Paul McGraw,
Yep.
McGraw.
is Mr. Tarox Brakes USA. It's a
He's
small.
Mr. USA.
He's Mr. USA from
Not-
the UK for Tarox Brakes. So yes, people call him and they're like, "Oh, I'm not dealing with someone in America." And he's like, "Oh, I'm in West Virginia." Sure doesn't sound like you're in West Virginia, but anyways. So Paul has me there. I'm like, Josh had done this job previously, so Paul is there, and his boss from Italy. Tarox is an Italian brake company. They make everything in house. And I'm a guest of them, so I'm just helping set up the booth, maybe help some sales. They don't have a lot, happening. That they're trying to grow the brand here in America, this and that. So we set up the whole booth. I had to buy a uniform. I don't buy clothes, but I had to buy white shirts, and I bought new jeans. I haven't bought jeans in 15 something years. I'm not that guy and care less. But anyways, bought some uniforms so I look professional on the stand. We set it all up, and listening to Paul talk, every guy walks up. You got anything for a 67 Chevelle? How about my 79 Jeep something or other? It's like, no, kind of European stuff. We only have some limited American stuff. We're looking to grow this and that. So then Paul's explaining some of the brand to me, and I learned a lot. So one of the things I learned, Tarox brakes. Yes, you guys have this lovely caliper over here with
I sent him
a
some
lot of
photos and
pots.
asked some questions, and he get back to me with some very scientific answers.
Correct. I learned a lot of the science. But one of the things I learned, Tarox brakes, they machine their own rotors out of billet.
Interesting.
So walking around, now that I learned that, oh, wow, this whole thing is machined. You could stick your finger in the vent holes, the thickness of the rotor, say, on each side of the vent holes on the side. Obviously, they're all two-piece rotors, aluminum bells or whatever you want to call them, centerpieces there. So I'm walking around. I'm checking out Brembo. I'm checking out the other Willwood,
AP,
EBC, Willwood,
Stop
Bayer
Tech.
Brakes.
Fair.
They're all there. Stop Tech's not there.
Stop Tech.
DBA Discs Australia, blah, blah, blah. Every single rotor on their stand, no matter how amazing. Oh, AP Racing.
Endless.
Actually, I know them. I didn't see them, but I was looking for
Their
them.
booths are usually pretty wild.
Right. I figured, but I didn't see them. But
Rotors.
AP Racing, their calipers, they look like I want to say WR Geiger, like alien. Like
Yeah, they're
these
fucking wild looking.
crazy, wild looking things.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking. Yeah,
super
yeah.
wild looking. But anyways, even on those, they're all just cast rotors.
Yeah.
So then I get back to the booth. Now I'm American salesman. Here we go. This is the best rotor in this entire convention center. There's no better rotor. And I'm just telling everybody. And Paul's not exactly that way as being a salesman. And Mr. Italy, Renato, is definitely not that way. So I was just people walking to the booth and I would just be like, hey, what are you working on? What are you building? What are you tuning,
You see
And
Brembo's
get-
rotors? Dog.
And I would no, and they had the
dog.
brand new.
What
What
a
is it?
dog.
G80, F80. What's the brand new M3, M4?
G something or other.
Yeah,
G80.
whatever.
Anyway, so they have the rotor for the G80, and it's just I don't think they even have a brake kit yet. They're only doing the rotor, Tarox, and it's just weighs X amount of pounds less per rotor. The thing is a work of art, so I would just be like, this bad boy right here, let me tell you what she'll do for your car. We literally had a guy come to the booth who has that, and he was like, I fucking need those on my car, like now. And I was like, take Paul's card, call him next week. We'll get you set.
Listen
this
up.
and
You ever
that.
heard of unsprung weight?
Exactly.
I'll show you what it does.
Unsprung mass
So,
is like
yeah.
the
I was-
biggest thing to reduce on a vehicle that you race and give a shit
Absolutely.
Correct.
That's why I drill
And
holes in my rotors.
This old time guy was like, "Oh, I got some European cars. You got anything for the new BMW?" As a matter of fact, I do, boy. Come on over here. Let me show you something. And I was like,
sit
"This is the
your
best
heavy ass
damn
down.
rotor in the whole building." And Tarox Brakes makes the best shit out there. It's definitely not the cheapest. Every kit is one of a kind. Every single piece. The calipers, no calipers, the same no matter what kit you have. Like you buy a Brembo kit, that caliper fits 50 different freaking applications. Brembo doesn't fit any. They've been doing it since '76. I thank Paul very much for having me there. They bought me lots of breakfasts and dinners. We went to some gangster ass.
We have another question. How do you order your steak?
Oh, mine? A filet, and I get it butterflied, medium well, maybe well done.
Okay, that was way more specific than I thought.
Oh,
Buddy.
they ordered theirs bloody.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh my God, I almost can't look. It looks like they're eating blood. Like,
Oh, my God.
Sorry, guys. Just how I am. But,
Butterflied and well?
well, no, that's how you just cook it.
Oh, I
don't
know.
want it
I'm
well,
fully
but-
aware.
You're basically cooking it till it's gray.
Chuck's offended.
So
Everyone, Kirk, my brother, Kirk, Kevin,
I knew it was
they
coming.
nonstop bust my balls.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I like my meat cooked. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not even
Sorry.
a little pink. It's juicy that way.
In my opinion, it's plenty juicy when it's fucking cooked too.
Was it juicy?
Yeah, hell yeah.
There's no
It's a
problem there.
fucking $90 steak
There's
in
a
Las
problem, Chuck.
Vegas.
There's a
Listen,
problem.
typically when you get a fully cooked steak, it's like a fucking wallet.
No.
It tastes like leather.
Nope. It was hella juicy.
Well,
There
you know-
wasn't a pile of blood on my plate like
Bummer.
Paul and Renato, but no. So shout out to Tarox Brakes. If you want the best brake kit and you don't care how many piston it has or what it looks like in your car, guaranteed best performing rotor, caliper, stuff like that, you want Tarox Brakes if they make a kit for your car.
I do.
Make a bolt-on hydro. kit
Funny-
for an
Grab
E36.
that caliper behind you. Grab it.
that big.
AR.
Yeah.
That shit
We can
is-
display that right on the table.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll put that right at
There
the
we
front.
go.
It's a big
Oh,
petty.
that's one of their. That is insane.
Yes. They make up to a dozen pot, 12 pot. Because in America here, so a lot of people come to the
Excuse
booth.
me?
I learned a lot about the industry real quick. Like some guy straight up came here and he was like, oh, I see an 8 pot. Like, he's like, listen, I know that doesn't necessarily make it better, but for marketing reasons, it's a whatever. And I was like, I'm glad you're being honest. Let's talk about it. And it was your kit
Yeah.
for the Mustang we were talking about, which was on the stand.
Yeah.
So, we're discussing it, but, discuss the marketing part. And I said to Paul and Renato, I go, dude, we got a brand new Supra, I think it was the 8-pot kit. Yeah, 8-pot kit on its own little stand out front. And I was like, bro, how do you not have a fucking 12-pot out there that's wrapping around half the fucking caliper?
Yeah.
Are we trying to draw people in here?
Yeah.
Or what are we doing
We
here?
need the American
And-
thing.
Right, and Renato was just like, oh, you're right, Scott. This is American. I need that American, whatever. This is the American
They
sales
just want a
I
bigger
need.
number.
Like, we
Yeah.
got a bunch of 80s BMW brakes here for some reason. This is
Right,
fucking
so,
terrible.
I told him, everything this and out, this and that. But, yeah, they make up to a 12-pot, 10-pot, 8-pot, 6-pot, 4-pot, whatever you need.
Just a slider.
They will not powder coat their calipers because it's too thick of a coating for the precisionness they expect.
Yeah.
If you look, there's no dust boot for the pistons in the caliper. Every other one, there's an O-ring and then there's a dust boot.
Mhm.
Tarox is machined so perfectly.
There's no
we don't
dust
need no
boot?
stinking fucking dust boot.
That's
There's an
crazy.
O-ring in there though.
There's an O-ring,
Yeah.
of course, because that's how it works, but there's no dust boot.
Why don't
Yeah.
they use ceramic coating?
What?
Cerakote.
Cerakote will hold in temperature. Oh, Cerakote?
Cerakote. Yeah.
Well, they probably could, but they just anodize it. Same thing.
oh,
Maybe
yeah,
they
I
will
guess
upgrade.
anodized
anodizing would be
aluminum?
fine.
Yep.
Cerakote, the
Anodized
mill
colors.
tolerances are so fine. I mean,
Okay.
use it on,
You could argue with Renato. Next
I'm sure
year.
there'll be a explanation as to why.
They do everything in house too, so they've probably been anodizing forever, and they still anodize.
Anodizing and Cerakote are the same mill thickness.
Okay.
So they must just already have an anodizing setup.
I like the finish of the anodized.
The numbers here is the build date, part numbers, everything. That's another thing.
What's the 360? Covers.
It's the size of the
all
rotor.
your
rotor.
braking needs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you bought a brake kit from them, and say your wheel came off the track and the bell centerpiece of the rotor got all fucked up, but you only have 500 miles on those rotors.
Mm-hmm.
Fire up the phone. You could buy that one part, just the center part.
Yep.
Too many ooga-doogas on your adapter as you were adjusting your kit.
Your
Who
brand new
knows? Changing
BBSs?
stuff. Right. Too many ooga-doogas. You could buy a new part, no matter if it's 10 years old, because they make everything. They're not calling China and saying, give me 100 of this bracket, this, that, the other. They make each piece in-house.
They won't run out, essentially.
They're not going to run out because they're just going to fucking fire up the machines.
Yeah.
And make you another
Yeah, the
one.
machine.
But,
Oh, Tony, fire up the machine.
here's another funny SEMA thing. As the people walking by the booth, they see you make a brake kit. I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but let's just say many Asian people came to the booth to let us know that, hey, you guys make that? We could make it cheaper for you in our factory in Asia.
Yeah.
Multiple people.
Yeah.
And I would also say that half those people were attractive Asian women. I'm not playing, dude. I am not kidding. And one group of American guys were like, hey, man, you guys forge stuff at all? We got our own forging plant. We're here looking to get it. And it was like, everything's machined in Italy.
Yeah.
We're not casting or forging anything. Okay, man. Thanks for your time.
How many people did you see wearing Crocs on the show floor?
Not enough. Not enough. We thought we would see a ton of Crocs. Not a lot. Final day.
Crocs is truly the optimal Vegas shoe.
You would think that, again, we had a lot of
I
time.
don't
on
know, the
this.
holes in them.
Me and Paul are on the stand for 4 days,
Yeah.
8 hours a day at least.
Yeah.
So there's lots of discussions. Yeah, we're like, same thing. It's hot. It's Vegas.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is the shoe you want, but the temperature was a little bit different there. So,
Yeah,
Were
a
you
little
ripping
chilly.
Crocs?
what?
Were you ripping Crocs?
I was not. I bought new Nike Air Maxes
Walking
from
shoes.
Mega Comfort. I broke them in because I knew I'd be fat guy over here is going to put some miles on to Fitbit.
Total
And I
mileage walked the whole week.
Oh, like 60 miles.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I was walking to the Westgate for the Superbook, walking on Superbook on Sunday.
Yeah.
I spent an entire day on Sunday
Just watching football,
watching football from
Eating-
the Superbook. Right.
eating gray steak.
Nope. I got a hot dog. I got a burger. I got lots of other
Eating
stuff.
gray steak.
I like gray steak.
Did you complete your YouTuber bingo card?
We didn't, but we did decide. So initially I get there, and the first thing I see is like Magnus Walker walk by. And I was like, oh my God, this is so crazy. Like, going to see all these people. So Kevin McDougal, his idea is like, dude, we got to start like a SEMA, like, bingo card of
Like
just people.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
we got some wild cards. And whoever gets like the best wild card, at the, will help
Yeah.
push the score over. So yeah, we had a definite of people. I was basically sending creepy ass spy photos of YouTube people or TV people to like the text message crew back home,
Yeah.
so very funny.
Favorite car of SEMA 2022?
The Ring Brothers car that went Battle of the Builders. I
Okay.
spotted it
That
Yeah.
truck.
before, like it was in the Battle of the Builders area. And I wasn't thinking like it's the best car, but my favorite, I was like, this fucking thing is, I can't find nothing. The creativeness, the ingenuity, the carbon mixed with the titanium, mixed with the, all the materials, LEDs,
Yeah.
over the top, but not like over the top
In the
unnecessary.
wrong direction.
Correct.
Yeah.
So definitely Ring Brothers. There was another really cool hot rod me and Paul saw outside. So imagine a hot rod with, you got the big teardrop headlight up front. Okay. It looks like the exhaust is coming out. It's going to the back, then it busts 180, and the exhaust is going into the headlight bucket. And inside this crazy machine headlight bucket is a turbo.
Really?
And then the front of it is like the screened area where it's sucking in the air. And in the front of that was a tiny little projector light for the headlight in this bucket. So the headlight buckets turned into the actual housings for the turbos. And they also used a lot of traditional hot rod stuff, the way the ribbed machining stuff throughout the car. They also used like leather gaiters. So as the suspension moved up and down, they had like a stitched leather cover, like covered part of the control arm, but you could tell it still moved. Just little creative stuff. I was like, oh, it's pretty dope.
Yeah. Finally, from Paul. Who sells the best chicken parm in the whole of Las Vegas?
So
and then to top on that, I think I know where this is going. You guys, in fact, took an Italian man to a certain...
No.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Thursday night, we get the gangster steak dinner, and I get my gray filet.
I have nothing wrong with
okay.
it.
You're
If you're
fucking-
happy,
my
I'm
gray
happy.
filet.
Your alien
Okay.
piece of meat.
Again, these two guys, they didn't lead the booth nearly as much as I did. I'm fucking huffing it all over.
I was just say you're huffing.
Every
Did
corner.
you get the coffee? Did you get the lunch? Like I mentioned.
Yeah, those guys. No, they don't even want coffee. They don't even know there's a massive food court. I'm fucking getting a hot dog every day. You want to see 20 pictures of me and my hot dogs? I love it. Every day, getting a $5 plain hot dog. But so we're walking home from the stick because we've got to walk everywhere. So like when I was going out with them, I had to like save my feet because I was like, all right, now we got to walk 2 miles to fucking dinner. Here we go. So we're walking over to the steakhouse, and I was like, hey, Renato, like, how's the chicken parm in Italy? Is it like, he's like, what? That doesn't even exist. That is American bullshit. I was like, what? I'm fucking up the accent anyways. But so then, and then Paul's like, yeah, fettuccine Alfredo. That doesn't exist. He goes, what? That doesn't even make sense. There's no such thing as fettuccine Alfredo. Right? So I'm talking to Paul. I was like, Paul, we got to get some chicken parm because Renato's leaving midday Friday. So we're going out to dinner Friday night. So I was like, Paul. So Paul starts Googling and we're looking it up. And I was like, dude, all I want is chicken parm, bro. I don't care about anything else. Let's get some chicken parm. So again, back to SEMA real quick. 4 o'clock it closes instead of 5 o'clock on Friday.
Yep.
And when they make every day at 5, they make an announcement. SEMA's done for the day. Please come back tomorrow. Vendors, cover up your cars so everyone will leave. You know, we want to get everybody out of the building. So at 4 o'clock on Thursday, they say, you know, SEMA is ending. Everybody, thanks for attending. And everybody cheers to the whole place, okay? And at 4:01, people are thrashing their booths down, like just ripping them down as fast as can be. And me and Paul were too. But at 4:30, they start making announcements. Remember, no cars moving starting till 4:30. So every car in the place files out of there at 4:30.
Which is a very cool scene.
Right. So it turns into what's called SEMA Ignited. So
Yep.
they snake the cars through the whole place. And as the cars get to pull out and they go to the new West Hall, which Josh even know about, I'll tell you in a minute, but they get to go down these Las Vegas streets. So every show car, but in like the line to get out, it's pure bedlam. Okay.
Yeah.
There is a Tesla Y, which is the SUV sitting there bumping its system. Behind it is a trophy truck idling at fucking 3,000 RPM. Whoa. Tesla pulls up 10 feet. The trophy truck stands on it. 3/4 wheelie.
Yeah.
What? Slams the brakes. Almost doesn't end out. Doesn't hit the Tesla. The Tesla moves 10 before feet. The trophy truck. What? Stands it up. Almost crashes into it.
Is it a Brenthel truck?
What?
Brenthel?
I don't know. It's like the real deal.
Oh, yeah.
Baja. You know.
I know Brenthel. They
Not a
had
fake
really
one. A
big
real
booth.
ass one.
Yeah.
He's running the super low tire pressure even for show and like
Yeah.
just whatever. So everybody's acting a fool. Everybody's hitting the hydros, slamming the air ride. There's one dude, he must have been in the burn yard, eBay Motors. The whole rear quarter's taken out from burnouts. It looked like a tire came off and just slashed the rear quarter. His whole bed is full of tires, and he's just fucking revving the shit out of it. Burnouts, this is all like, this is what we want to see.
It's just the
Yeah.
Anywhere else in the world would be like, cut the shit, you know? Trucks pulling out on tracks. All these vehicles are hella illegal, and they're going down Las Vegas Boulevard now to go to the SEMA Ignited. It's hilarious. So me and Paul, we closed up the booth in 61 minutes. We had that fucker packed in a skid, everything good to go. We actually wanted to get it done in an hour, but
You had to grab a
Couldn't-
hot dog.
couldn't
no,
shave that
I
one
think I
minute.
went and took a piss, which lost us the minute. But we
Yeah.
would have had it done if I didn't leave to take a piss. But I always got to pee. But anyways, so Paul's like, oh, we're Googling as we're walking 18 miles all over the place, following the SEMA Ignited line of all the vehicles because they're blasting music. You know, trucks are going on the street with their roof parachutes open. Like, it's just freaking wild scene. Neon for days. And we're Googling, and I was like, dude, I want good fucking chicken parm. If we pick one of these restaurants, it's going to be terrible. And he's like, well, we're going to get chicken parm. I was like, your family at Olive Garden. When you hear your family, right?
Oh, no.
So I was like, I don't care, Paul. Let's like just pick a place because I've already been walking 6 miles with Paul now. So he's like, oh, we could go to like an Olive Garden off the strip, and they're like, it won't be busy. He's like, let's go. I want to go. And I was like, okay, cool, we'll go. So we ended up walking back to the hotel to get ready. We get in an Uber, and I don't know why, and Paul loves it. I was like, we're going to Olive Garden in Vegas. When we could go to all these other places, we're going to Olive Garden. So we go to Olive Garden, like on Decatur Avenue, way away from the strip, like 10 minutes away from the strip. And we're sitting in there waiting, because it says there's no wait. So we're sitting in there waiting, and Paul wants to tell the story, because I don't think it was that funny, but Paul thought it was the funniest thing. Some little kid comes walking in the door with his family, and he's vomiting, and then he's putting his hand over his face, and he's vomiting on himself on the floor. And Paul is just like, like, did you see that? Oh my God. And I was like, yeah, I saw, like, I kind of feel bad for the little kid. He's like, what the hell was that? Blah, blah, blah. So
he tried FaceTiming me, but I was already in bed.
Right. He's like, oh, I got to tell everybody. And he starts FaceTiming this massive group of people to tell him that some kid just vomited over the foyer at Olive Garden.
He must have been Italian and smelled the Olive Garden.
Right. So then Corey was the name of our waiter.
Yeah.
I started texting you guys.
Yeah.
I got a
that's
nice
what
little
set up-
photo of Paul eating.
Yep. We were taking pictures of one another. Paul got the tour of Italy.
I was going to
Which
say.
I gotta do
consists
the tour.
of 3 items, 2 of which don't exist in Italy, which is the best thing. Chicken parm doesn't exist. Fettuccine Alfredo doesn't exist. Lasagna, it exists.
Yeah. I'm
So,
sure
yeah,
not the way we think
We went
about
to Olive Garden the final night. And you know what? I was right. It was fucking bang on delicious.
Yep.
We were starving after a long ass day of work. Most booth days you're just standing there, but we had to break down the booth, and we were hustling and getting everything put away,
One of my first times in Vegas, I'm alone. I'm walking down the strip trying to avoid the fucking homeless and the hookers. And I look up and I just see a giant Olive Garden sign. I'm like, who the fuck would go to Olive Garden here?
You know what else? There's a Denny's every other block.
Oh,
Yeah.
Every
I didn't even
You
know.
need to get in a fight.
There's a great Denny's off of Fremont, like under this, under the sky, like fucking track thing where they drag you across the sky. Great one. Great
So
one there.
Paul and Renato had reservations for some Korean barbecue joint, maybe Wednesday night. And I'll be honest, the dogs were barking. I was fucking exhausted, dude. I had already walked like 30 miles. I don't walk 30 miles in a month, dude. So I am super tired. I was like, dude, guys, I'm bailing on dinner. Like, I got to go to my room and like freaking lay down for a while. I'm hurting. So I ended up waking up at like 9:30. I'm hungry. And I was like, oh, let me just find some food, And there was like a McDonald's in the corner, but I'm looking in the Google. I was like, Carl's Jr., we don't have one of those. I'm going to fucking huff at the Carl's Jr. It's 40 degrees out in Vegas.
It's freezing at night.
It's freezing. No, it's already cold there during the day. It's even colder at night. And I'll be honest, there's not that many homeless people where I live in Connecticut. Okay,
Yeah.
like we're very fortunate, but also the weather. Like, what are you gonna do half the year? You'll fucking freeze to death.
Yeah.
There was a whole bunch of like homeless people fighting to get into this Carl's Jr. And I was like, oh man, I just want some Carl's
You're
Jr.
going to be that
Let
guy
me
trying
out
to
of
get in there
here.
with
Yeah,
him.
and I'm like, they're fighting with the poor people working at the Carl's Jr. And I felt bad for all these homeless people looking for a warm place to be.
Yeah.
That's what I was
But
wondering. Okay,
so
that's
many
what I was
homeless
trying to get in.
people, little homeless camps here and there. I was like, dang, I don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
Here's a funny thing, I don't get out much, okay? I don't go to the club. I don't go to the bar. I go to my fucking garage. I go to work, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not used to seeing mostly naked women walking around in a casino at the sports book. Like, I texted my friend, like my crew, Terry, Kirk, Kevin. I was like, I'm at the sports book, and like it's really distracting, but there's a woman in a thong bikini with a black and white referee corset on who just keeps walking by and around, and it's really distracting. And then like another one came, and I'm just like, is this what happens here? So then like I'm back in the casino, walk through the casino at a hotel, get back to the room, and there's like the girl with like the big head feather thing.
Yeah.
And she's in basically nothing, walking around handing out like a promotional flyer. And I'm just like, this is awkward. There's naked women everywhere. I don't get out much. I spend a total of $0 on gambling.
Yeah.
$0 on alcohol, $0 on drugs or anything else, $0 on hookers because friends were sending very funny things. And I had the blast. I love SEMA. I love car shit, like all those brands.
I mean, that's the pinnacle of the aftermarket.
Dude, like I've been into cars my whole life and everything was there. It's totally wild. When they tell you, oh, you won't be able to get to see it or whatever, they're freaking right.
Yeah.
Because I walk nonstop. One morning I was like coming in a little late. I don't know what happened, but I was just a couple minutes late, and Paul's like, "Oh, you don't got to come, Booth. Go walk around." So I did the wheel and tire haul.
Yep.
Good Lord. Like,
Yeah.
this one building is gigantic. And I'm walking, and it starts with all the wheel manufacturers. Wheel manufacturers never even heard of. I don't know. I guess I like we all like old wheels.
Yeah.
And you guys talk about, like, the Rays and this and that. But, like, there was wheel manufacturers. So eventually that turns into the tire manufacturers. And I'll be honest, I didn't think that many tires were made in Asia. I think they're all made in Asia now.
Yeah.
Because, again, it got crazy wild towards the back, the truck tires, everything, like, just everything you could imagine that comes in a car, works in a car, is there.
Yeah.
So then I hook up with Sam Dobbins at the Hoonigan booth one night, catch up with Sam, great friend for many years, whatnot. We're just chatting, and he works with Ken Block now. So he follows around Ken. So I was like, yo, what's up? I was like, I want to fanboy out to Ken too, So he's like, oh, come to the Sonax booth in the West Hall between 1 and 2. And I was like, or he's like, I'll message you. It's between 1 and 2, but I'll let you know how the line is, whatever, this and that. So I was like, oh, okay. So I'm at the booth, and it's like, Paul, I'm going to bounce out. He's like, yeah, Paul, coolest boss ever. He's like, do whatever you want. And he's like, yeah. So he texts me, yeah, definitely 2, 1, and 2. Just get over here whenever. So I was like, all right, let me walk to the West Hall. So Josh, you've been there.
Yeah.
Do you know what the West Hall is? Because you don't. It's brand new. It's the whole other block across the street.
Oh, that new building over there?
It's the size of a city block.
Yeah.
So first I'm trying to walk there, okay? I'll be honest.
Over near the Marriott.
Yeah.
10 minutes later, I'm like, how am I still not in West Hall? Where am I walking to? Am I walking to freaking Reno, or am I walking? So I finally get over, and you got to go down an escalator, over, and then like literally back up some other escalator, and boom, you walk into a hall that is the size of the other SEMA all together in one hall.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of detail people, a lot of 4x4. And again, I was like, holy shit, this is gigantic. There's another 100 vendors in here.
Yep.
So I'm walking through there. I find the Sonax booth where the white Audi Quattro is there. And there's 500 people in line for his autograph. I was like, holy shit. And Sam is just there ripping pictures, and we're walking around. We were checking out the Quattro. I mean, again, it's not a show car. It's freaking beat the snot out of a car. But again, there's Ken Block.
Right.
Super cool guy. Again, every person, how he doesn't get COVID, I don't know how, because literally spending 1-2 minutes with like every single person.
Yep.
So nice. Tons of pictures. Put your arm around type, again, fanboying out. But
Man
there's
of the
Ken
people.
Block.
He's just got a very strong immune system.
I guess.
Yeah.
He probably already had it like 50 times too. But like that hall was so big. And I honestly I messaged Paul. I was like, dude, I'm in the West Hall. It's at least 7 miles away. I won't be back for 45 minutes. It's going to take 45 minutes to get back. And I don't understand, but like, dude, it was just like a sea of people walking.
Yeah.
One direction or the other to get from West Hall to the main halls. But yeah, the
When
cars.
As an exhibitor, like when they let the general public in, it's literally like a zombie horde. Because I used to try to get all my photos done in the morning, and then they let them, and it's just like, oh my god, I can see it.
Okay, this isn't open to the public. This is only industry people.
Well, that's the thing. This,
And
right,
it is
it's
a
not general
sea.
public.
It is
it's
a
just,
sea
yeah.
of people.
It's wild.
I saw a total of 10 masks total
Yeah.
the whole week. But I mean, the sea of people. But whatever you're into is there. Chuck, 50,000. I don't even know what the difference is. R32, R33, R34.
Yeah, it's a big Skyline turnout this time.
There was tons of them. There was like an all carbon one in one booth.
Oh, yeah, the purple one.
What would you say the car of the year was there?
I don't know. I mean, it's a matter of opinion. But there's another. Mike Burrow's car is right up there.
No,
Yeah.
I mean like every
Telling
year
you.
there's like a car that everyone kind of
Oh.
uses as a platform.
Well, you got to take out so many hot rods because, what is it really based on?
Yeah,
It'd probably be a fucking Bronco or something.
that was kind of
So many
it's gotta be a
Broncos.
Bronco.
I saw one
That
booth
makes
with the
sense.
sport Bronco. I was like, look at these idiots. They ordered the wrong one. These dopes. It's supposed to be a real Bronco. So many Broncos. So many trucks. Trucks. Insane. A lot of great builds, though. They're not all garbage. Yes, they're garbage. You can find it if you want. But there's a lot of good builds there. There's a lot of
the garbage
sick
ones get more
cars.
clicks.
Probably. There's no
Yeah.
Mark 1s or Mark 2 Volkswagens. That's for damn sure.
There was last year.
A59, the VW Motorsport. A59 had its own little
Area.
area in the center section almost by the food court with its own velvet ropes around it.
Was the TCR car there too or no?
No, I did not see that. Nope. But whatever you're into, if you can get to SEMA, you're
there.
going to find a whole bunch of whatever you're into. Roof parachutes on overlanding junk.
Yeah.
It's there. It's there. Let me just check my list. If there's anything else I wanted to mention, I think I covered it all.
I think we're going to skip general questions.
Sorry, I rambled on.
No worries.
I'd rather hear about that. This is much more important.
Yeah, see if you have any other.
Someone asked me if I want fingers for toes or toes for fingers or something like that.
Good question.
Good question.
I want to find out more
Taylor's
about
oldest
that,
time.
that
Toes for
Ryan
fingers.
Turek Toyota Scout thing. I had no idea that was being built.
I'm sure there'll
that's
be
a hot
more on
car.
it coming soon. I'd imagine so.
But the SEMA Ignited on a Friday, it's kind of open to the public, and it's
Yeah.
wild as
It's a
fuck.
crazy thing, yeah.
So wild.
It's wild when you, again, big trucks. Like you can see over the
Dude,
crowd and the big trucks, are just go.
trucks.
It's just like, holy
Lifted
fuck.
trucks.
Yeah.
Skyjackers.
There was like
Yeah.
a King Ranch on the tracks. How do people get in those trucks? As SEMA Ignite is leaving, the beds are full of people.
Yeah.
It's a wild
ladder.
thing. How do you get in the truck?
Yeah.
Like
The
ladders
rocker
and stuff.
panel is at my forehead.
Yeah, climb the tire, start to climb the tire and wheel, and then like get it. But it
Fucking
depends.
know, dude.
Ladders.
I didn't
Yeah,
see
that's
it.
what I was carry a ladder.
There's so many cool
Rope
cars. And I
ladder.
ended up just taking pictures of stuff so then I could like researching them on the internet. Find
Yeah.
out more. There was a Corvair with a whole bunch of carbon stuff that was like modernized. Look,
That's cool.
Everything. West Hall, brand new, full as could be. And you talk about knowing the big
It's
manufacturers
crazy, right?
there. Well, I don't know where they would have went.
Right.
And there's tons of EV
Who was it?
stuff.
Wherever the ramp is, the ramp that walks down to whatever the hall is.
Yep. That's where Dodge and Toyota were.
Okay, that's on the left-hand side when you're walking down that ramp. That's typically where Ford would be.
Is this the same building we were just in?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And West Hall's the one across from where we had lunch?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. That's what I'm trying to
Crazy.
Yeah,
How far away that is.
visualize the whole thing.
A lot of you could buy a motor controller kit and make your stuff electric.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of cars. I don't know. Just
Was there a lot of like EV swap
That's
stuff?
what- I
oh
was
yeah,
gonna
there's a whole
ask, yeah.
section of EV future cars with all electric cars, hot rods. Like there's
Yeah.
probably a handful of 911s electric.
Yeah. Did you go to the Toyo booth?
We did, but after it was closed because Toyo booth is another 7 miles the other direction
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, check out the purple carbon GTR. And I was like, I already saw a carbon GTR. No, not that one, the other one. And I'm like, oh my God. There was a Lancer wagon out there.
Yeah.
That thing was pretty hot.
Like an Evo wagon?
yeah, like an Evo, like a
Lancer.
Lancer, but it was a wagon version, 4-door wagon,
Yeah.
and then they put all the
Evo things.
Evo stuff in it.
The accoutrements.
Right.
Yeah.
You could buy them like that in Japan.
Whatever you like, it was there.
I love that.
Any Hondas?
And Paul was, yeah.
Oh, yeah, were
A
there new
white
Type Rs?
EF. I posted it
Oh, yes.
on 3 spokes.
Yes. Very, very cool
Love
car.
three
Yep.
spokes.
Very cool car.
Sick.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
Sorry for rambling on, everybody.
No. You just gave that's what we wanted to do. A
So
SEMA
we're-
recap. You gonna go back again? You gonna try to be
I
there next
would.
year?
I would. Renato seemed to like me of my American attitude towards things because I'm like, what are you doing? Get a 12-pot over here. Well, no,
you're
it
selling
only
brake
fits
kits in the
this. They go,
chat.
it doesn't matter what it fits. It's going to
Yeah.
draw these suckers in.
Use it as a showpiece.
Yeah, we're selling brake hits in the chat. You know, you're doing a nice job for them still.
Yeah.
You better
Making
want
it
the
happen.
good shit. This is the good guinea shit.
Good guinea shit.
Give me that good guinea shit. Tarox brakes.
Doesn't get any better. Are they going to use that in next marketing?
It's from Barstool, El Presidente, one of the pizza reviews. But
I think that's going to do it for us this week. Shook, any closing thoughts over there?
No,
wake up,
man.
Shook.
Dude, are you drinking a G Fuel right now?
I drank half of it, and I feel something. Not sure. It's like I feel a good baseline, but also my body could feel like cocaine. It feels like cocaine.
All right.
I've never done cocaine, but if I had to
You
guess,
imagine this is what it feels like?
it feels like everything's great, but I'm really tired.
All right. Do a little cocaine. Get back to us.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
I'll have to
yeah.
compare and contrast.
Yeah. Let us know next week. There's
I'll
your homework.
make a
Thanks
Venn
for having
diagram
me.
of-
Yeah, no problem.
thanks
Thanks
for
as
being
always
on,
for coming
buddy.
to hang out. We'll probably talk to Scott more in the future, see more of his stuff, probably put some video to all those projects you have.
Hell yeah.
yeah, that's going to do it for us this week, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for listening. As always,
Thank you.
You can visit our YouTube channel where you can like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Also, check out some of the other shows brought to you by Revival Motoring, Talk Motorcycles, Topics Under the Stairs, and the Circle Jerks podcast. Visit our website, revivalmotoring.com, where you can sign up for the B for B. I think we covered anything. Anything coming up this week, real quick? Anything this weekend that we're aware of? There's nothing.
Not this weekend,
November
but the toy
20th.
drive.
Yeah, November 20th is Katie Designs OSD Toy Drive. That is going to be at our Revival HQ out front. So put that on your calendar. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. November 20th. Bring some toys. It's something they do every year. A bunch of donations. They do take monetary donations. I'm sure if you visit Katie's Instagram or Facebook, he'll be putting information up about that as well. I believe there will be some sort of food on site. I don't know for sure, but there should be. So it's going to be a great event. Hopefully it's some nice weather. And after that, I think we're going to go get some meats, right?
Yeah, and before that, I believe the last Lock City event is the night before that.
The 19th,
it is.
correct.
It's the
yeah.
19th.
The day before.
Yeah, Saturday.
It's Saturday, and I don't know if you're gonna drift it. You probably already know this, but it's Saturday. But if it's a shitty weather date, it's the Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. They're
It's
kind of
not a 2-day event. It's
Yeah.
a 1-day event.
they built in
With a rain date.
little leeway. Yep,
All right,
direct rain
perfect.
date. So
Good for them.
that is what's coming up. We will be back next week. Again, appreciate y'all.
Give us one more.
Peace out.
Thank you, guys.
I'm going to come.
Yes.
Do not come.
I'm going to come. I'm going to give you the whole load today.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.
Later.
Ah.